Hey everyone, welcome to episode 21. Tonight we will be talking about Batman, the animated series. Such a great cartoon. But of course, my host with me, Retro Ryan. Buddy, you want to give your plug and tell them what you do?
What's up, guys? Retro Ryan here. You know me from my live streams Tuesday nights at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, taking your 80s, 90s game requests and playing you 80s, 90s game and toy footage. And make sure you sub because you're going to get those daily shorts of toys and games. So, yeah, let's get into some Batman. You can't go wrong with Batman, whether it's the Burton flicks, whether it's the animated series. I even still like the Nolan ones. Don't get me started on Batman and Robin, though. Don't get me started on that Schumacher.
Oh yeah, no, I hate that. I hate both those movies. It's Tim
On
Burton.
Batman on
It's
Ice.
it's
We don't
Tim.
want no Batman on Ice.
We don't need no bat nipples. We don't. We
Yeah.
yeah, George Clooney and Val Kilmer, one played a good Batman, one played a good Bruce Wayne. Technically, Val could have been, Azrael, John Paul
Dude,
Valley.
people want to complain. People want to complain about Bane from the Nolan Rises flick, but how bad was that? Like the Bane in Batman and Robin, was he inflated? Was he like a balloon?
I think it
It
was
looked
a
like he was
prosthetic. I think it was a
inflated.
suit. I think it was a suit.
It was an air inflated suit. Dude, you can't get worse than an air inflated suit. What is he? What is he selling cars at a used car lot? Bane? He's like an inflatable prop at a car lot.
Right, right. What's up, Ikun? What's
So
up, Jason? How you guys doing tonight?
I'm still saying it never got worse than that for Bane. You
Well,
can't have an inflatable Bane. It's when you're selling accurate cars,
well, at least
you
he
know?
had the venom, right? We're sitting here. We got. Oh, come on. We got Bane in with a Sean Connery with a mask on. Come on, Batman.
Yeah, I mean that was not great, but
Was it
it's still
great?
better than an inflatable Bane. I mean, are we at a carnival? Are we are
Right? Yeah, yeah.
we
Come.
at a flea market and they got a prop at the entrance?
Oh my God. Yeah, Ikun just said, can we talk about or can we discuss the reason why Robin was taken in when he was clearly an adult, right? Chris O'Donnell. Oh man, that's hilarious. Well, we were originally supposed to get Marlon Wayans back whenever they did um, Batman Returns. So he would have been the perfect age as a younger actor to play a teen for the Robin. But of course, that didn't happen. They went a different direction. But if you want, you could check out Batman '89, the graphic novel. It is awesome. We reviewed it on the podcast. It basically continues what they would have done if they had a third movie making um, Two Face, Harvey Dent, Billy D. Williams as Harvey Dent, like he was in the first two movies. So that would have been awesome. And then actually the second part to that, or which would have been I guess the fourth movie, is going to be releasing in March. So I'm looking forward to reading that. But man, there's so much Batman stuff, dude. Like I didn't know if I wanted to cover the Tim Burton movies or some of the regular like old figures or go into the animated series. I felt that like maybe doing the animated series for this would have been perfect for all of us who are watching this because we enjoy that toy line. That animated series was so good. I mean, it translated beyond just the cartoon. We got three movies out of it. We got video games out of it, which were really good. Robin was supposed to be in '89. Yes, yep. So, but yeah, I mean, Ryan. So let me know what your first experience of watching the cartoon was. Did you see some of the teaser stuff for it before it actually aired? Did you watch it like at the beginning, or were you watching it later on? Um,
No, I definitely watched it off and on. I definitely missed a lot of episodes.
mhm.
I definitely had a few of the toys. How would you describe the look of it? It had a classic look.
Oh,
It
what?
had like almost a throwback look to it in a way.
It was very film noir, or
Yeah.
what was the other Art Deco style.
Yeah.
They wanted to go and do this whole thing because it was supposed to be originally a continuation of the movie, but as a cartoon form, and they decided to go in a different direction with Bruce Timm and come on, I can't remember his name, the other guy, the other writer for that. But and I'm sure somebody's going to pop it up in the chat, which is fine. And we've talked about this on the podcast, my dad, Colin, and them, but they definitely took it in a almost like it was 1930s but futuristic, right? So like you had all these like it had that style of like Dick Tracy, but there was things in it that were far beyond, the technology at the time. So it was kind of like this beautiful hodgepodge of, collecting all of this stuff together. And they got great voice actors to come in and do the cast for these characters. Um, Ron Perlman, Kevin Conroy, of course, Mark Hamill. There was just so many. I mean, you got like a great cast of villains, like his Rogues Gallery, and really great origin stories for them. Like you took Mr. Freeze, and you think about like the 1960s Batman, where he is Mr. Zero and he's this goofy character because most of the characters in that show were goofy, but they gave this really dark, tragic story to Mr. Freeze for why he becomes this villain. He's just this tragic character. And most of the characters had some kind of aspect of that. Some of them were legitimately bad, But I just remember we were hyped about it because we were seeing it in Wizard magazine. Like this was going to happen and that WB was going to be a part of it, and like the stills and everything, we were just hyped for it. So when it aired, it was like all of us were at my house, and my dad recorded like the first 5 episodes and stuff, and like we would watch it all the time. But we watched that show religiously because it was the first really good animated comic book thing that we had gotten at the time. I mean, you think about everything that follows after Batman, but yeah, the show was a phenomenon. Like, so what were some of the moments in the show that like were some of your ones that stood out, that like most like stuck in your memory, that made the show
Just
iconic for you?
Mark Hamill doing Joker.
Yeah.
What's the who does Margot Robbie play the character? What's her fucking name?
Oh, Harley Quinn.
Yeah, anything with Harley Quinn in it. I loved her.
Mm-hmm.
Her character, the way they drew her, the way they animated her. I love the Batmobile in this. It's really iconic.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, you can see where they took
really, like long, a really long Batmobile.
So you can see where they took the '89 Batmobile and kind of animated it in a way, because it does have a similar tone to it. It's not exact, but
it's almost like more like mobster Batman looking. You know what I mean? Like the like a mob car.
Oh,
more
yeah.
straight, flat lines.
Yeah, definitely. I just remember like, because even like the Batwing was so cool, and we're gonna get into the toys here in a moment, but like, what was some of your favorite video games out of the series? Because I know most people love the Super Nintendo
one.
Mm-hmm. The one on the
Genesis one's expensive, right?
Mm-hmm. So is the Sega CD one. Yep. But yeah, both all that stuff was really good in general.
Yeah, and because there was I don't want to say simplistic in a bad way, but because the animation wasn't like overly detailed, it was in like a simple manner.
Mm-hmm.
You could make it look exactly like the show with the Super Nintendo game.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like something like X-Men Arcade that would have been a challenge to try to port that. It would have been massive. You would have had to slice like half the stages out and half the sprites, and you know what I mean? You would have really had to sacrifice because it's really detailed animation, whereas they could really represent the characters and the backgrounds and the colors.
Yeah.
for Batman animated series, and they did in the Super Nintendo game.
Well, just think about the intro, right? That was the thing we saw the first time, was like just the intro where like the crooks and the cops and then Batman showing up and the Pam and the bow and stuff, like, and it just kind of set the tone of the cartoon. Hey Dad.
My only, you know what my problem is sometimes though, Vince,
Hmm.
playing some of these fucking Batman games. I feel like I'm fucking juggling in a circus, and this is why I say that. Because to really get the knack of the character, you're throwing batarangs, you're hitting the thing, you're flying off shit, you're jumping, you're using gadgets, you're to get in really the to get really in the rhythm of it, to utilize all the Batman flair,
Mm-hmm.
it takes a little bit of it is like getting on the bike again, every time you play it. But then
Yes.
like by the second or third level, you're kind of in the groove of it. You just got to switch between all your weapons and you're jumping off of stuff, and it is a learning curve,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the Batman games, especially to do all the moves and use all the gadgets and climb the walls, and
Oh
you're
yeah.
almost like Spider-Man in a way. You know what I mean?
Well, and you think, because we did have really good Spider-Man games at the time, right? So I'm pretty sure when some of these studios were making the Batman games, they were like, okay, well, let's see what we can do that is very similar. Because there's other aspects of this, like the video game side, that we can't really talk about until we do the '89 movie figures and stuff. But
You call it catapulting? Like instead of swinging off like your web with Spider-Man, is he throwing the catapult and he's flying off stuff with that? Like he's throwing it into the ceiling and then he's gliding off that, and you're going up walls, and you
mm-hmm.
understand what I'm trying to say? What's the right wording for this?
Well, he's using his grappling hook, the harpoon
The
gun,
grappling. All
and
right.
then but he would still swing. He uses his cape for gliding, which adds some extra aspects of like the combat there, because you got aerial combat. But yeah, no, definitely. I'm surprised that we never got a like animated series like Konami or Capcom beat 'em up for Batman. Like that would have been great, right? Um,
Would you say the Rockstar trilogy is the definitive?
as far as like we're gonna get into Batman, the actual video game, yes. That
That's
Arkham,
probably as good as it got.
yeah, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Knight,
The only
fantastic.
one I can say, dude, it's almost even funner.
Hmm.
The sit down arcade from like 10 years ago,
Were you
where you
driving the
can
Batmobile?
use your three different way. You can either do Clayface, Joker, or I don't know, maybe it's Bane or whatever. But it's a sit down, and you can do any Batmobile. You
Mm-hmm.
get the choice, or the flying ones.
Yep.
And if anybody hasn't played that game, while that's still out there, go fucking, whether it's a movie theater or a bowling alley, get in there and spend $1 or $2 on that. Because I'm telling you, that's some of the funnest shit I've ever had in any Batman game. Is
Mm.
that one?
Well, which reminds me of the was it the Sega CD Batman game for Batman Returns,
Yeah.
right? And like how you had the spots where you're either the Batmobile or the Batboat. So I mean that that's cool, I just wish we could have gotten more. I mean, it
Yeah.
it, it sucks because that age of gaming is completely lost, right? Especially on the arcade scene. You can emulate it, but it's not the same as having the tactile experience of being there, hearing everything else, but zoning out in your game and playing.
How about that when you were using the Genesis controller anyways for Sega CD and playing that game, it felt like a fucking Batarang.
Mm-hmm.
It
It
felt
did. It
like
did.
made for the game, right?
Yeah. Um, let's see. Ikun says that I don't know if Phantasm character was anywhere outside of the animated series. For an original character, they wrote her really well. No, she was only for that movie. Um, and then my dad says, "All right, what's all this and then?" So I don't know. I mean, I got my dad to thank for getting me into Batman. He is one of my favorite superheroes. He's not my favorite, but he is up there. I prefer Terry McGinnis because, like, if we didn't get the animated series, we would have never gotten Batman Beyond. And Terry McGinnis, like, my favorite Batman, the future Batman. What's up, hummus? Um, but yeah, I mean,
Can your dad, Floyd, can you give us specific? Because Vince mentioned Dick Tracy, but I feel like we can get even more precise than that. Floyd, can you give me specific movies that they drew on as inspiration for the look and the feel and visuals of Batman animated series? Can you give me like 2 or 3 specific movies or animated movies that you think they drew inspiration from? Because I feel like we're forgetting some here. Because
oh,
they
I'm
didn't
sure.
invent that. They didn't invent that look, dude. Okay, like it was brilliant, but they didn't invent that look. They borrowed from some things, and I know Floyd will know better than me what movies they're borrowing from visually.
As far as like the aesthetic, yeah, Untouchables, yeah, that's definitely. Uh, thanks, Chris. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, definitely. That's.
All the Tommy guns
Mm-hmm.
in the animated series, absolutely.
You got the dirigibles, the air, the air blimps and stuff going around Gotham. Um, they had dad's right on it. Yeah, I mean, it was so cool at our day. You know, you got to think, right? This is what 92, so I'm 11 at this time, right? And then
Yeah, I'm young
uh,
too.
you're
I'm
like,
probably 8.
yeah, and it's like this like captured our imagination. I mean, and it's on a different spectrum than like looking at Terminator 2, right? Um,
It was a big contrast from like Nickelodeon at that time, and think like the Tiny Toons, really neat, really kind of crazy, colorful
mm-hmm,
Ren and Stimpy, Rocko's Modern Life stuff. To turn on the Batman with the blacks and the muted colors and the shadows.
mm-hmm.
How much did they utilize shadows like a motherfucker in that show?
When it was,
Everything was like a shadow
uh
representing when Batman comes on the screen.
mm-hmm.
The lighting, everything was shadows and black and nighttime and
Yeah, you can definitely tell. So nothing but video games. What's up? And then Hummus said that yeah, very film noir to it. And then Dad said it was like the old black and white serials, because that's one of the things too. Is I remember like, okay, so for those of us that went to comic conventions and stuff, you used to be able to get these old VHS recordings of like serials from back like early, and like we probably still do somewhere at my dad's house, like have some of those old black and white Batmans. And I remember watching those, and they were so good. But you think about the cartoon itself. I mean, it really had a good mix of introducing an audience to a side of Batman they only kind of got in the comics or um the movie. But then also on top of that, you had other people that this was their whole new experience to Batman. So you think about like how impactful that was compared to all the other cartoons that were going on at the time. But how many things just kind of followed after that, like with the Spider-Man or the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, Iron Man. There was a lot of good stuff that just kind of followed suit after this. And on top of that, I mentioned Batman Beyond, but we did get Superman the animated series and the Justice League stuff, and that was so good. Let me see, the old Maltese Falcon from 1941, Out of the Past from 1947, and In a Lonely Place. I would love to join the stream because I love Batman. um, Maybe we'll do that sometime, but this is just because we're so those who are new to the show. Basically, we kind of do a rundown of like our thoughts on the cartoon, what inspired it, and things like that, and then we're gonna get into reviewing the toys in the line.
yeah.
And
We decided when we started the toy showcase, this was just always going to be a duo.
yeah,
Like Vince's other podcasts, that's open gauntlet for lots of our friends to get on. But we decided that it's just going to be like we're the toy guys, we're the toy collectors,
mm-hmm.
and a lot of our friends are too. But this is just going to be a duo
Yeah,
gauntlet.
for now, yeah, for this show. but we plan to do more where it's more open discussion
Well,
outside
why
of
we
this show.
collect,
Yeah.
why we collect could always be open to other people. Obviously, your podcast is, but the toy showcase is always going to be a duo.
Yep. The two most knowledgeable guys on YouTube. Well, maybe. Talking about toys and giving our perspectives, whether it be constructive criticism or
Don't you know when anybody says that, it's when the haters come out. Anybody says most knowledgeable on anything, don't you know that's when the haters come out?
Hey.
Nobody ever wants to hear that somebody has knowledge.
That's okay. Hey, what? I'm all right. I'll deal with it. No. Let's see.
Look, we got the figures to prove it, right?
Oh, we do. We do.
We got the collections to prove it.
As my dad and Chris and all these guys that like they know me, it's like I'm a big toy guy. I love toys. I love video games. This is my thing. So, and same to you, Ryan. This is definitely you, brother. We got this on lock. You know, if we were to bring a third person in, that would be probably Zombie because he's right up there with that.
But that'll be the why we collect.
That'll be the why we collect. Yes. So,
but Batman, you could make figures till the sun comes down with Batman. Batman is just such a great, and look at McFarlane. How many McFarlane has these days, right? How many versions and multiverse versions, and you can make them just till the cows come home.
I mean,
and that's why there's so many different versions of the Batman animated series figures.
It's a little dusty, but like this Batman right here, man, like this is McFarlane. I mean, this is awesome. Like just the level of detail. I mean, the cape on him. Like some of the newer McFarlane figures actually have more articulated capes that are made out of fabric. But like, it's just really cool. I mean,
he sells it on the $20 range.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. These are easy to find. They're not expensive. $20 is perfect considering like Hasbro right now is dropping figures at $25 to $30. Like they just released or they did the pre-order for Electro from the last Spider-Man movie, and that thing is $34 almost. And then you got for G.I. Joe Classified Leatherneck and the Saw Viper. Those are $30 figures. I'm like, when did these go up? What reason? Other than the fact that they're hurting because they're not manufacturing enough toys to meet the demand of what people want. And then they're oversaturating the market too with like so many back-to-back so people can't like keep up with it.
Dude, you know the one I don't even want to get one of because it's going to put me down a path of spending? It's some of those new comic cover accurate statues that he's putting out of like the Wolverine with the reflection.
Oh, the marble ones? Those are great looking.
Oh my god.
The classic iconic covers.
Cool. I don't even want to touch those because I know once I get, and they got the two different scale versions, right? The smaller scale and the bigger scale. I don't even want to go there, Vince. That's going to be a money pit. I'll start buying those.
You got to make the room too, man. That's the worst thing about being a collector is that once you start, you got to make sure you have the shelving or the place to display it. Because if not, you just keep it in totes or it just piles up and you do what you can.
You see, I got that Batman Forever Batmobile now too, along with the 89. I don't know where the hell I'm going to put that Batman Forever I still haven't found a place for it. It's huge.
So, and I gotta mention this. So, Nothing But Video Games did mention that Static Shock, and that's a great one too. You know, we did get him later in the Young Justice cartoon. But yeah, man, there's just like so much. There's so much to cover on this topic as far as like just even the world of the animated series, because there's like comics that continue this storyline beyond what we got with the show. And it was just such a magical time. We're completely missing a lot of that. If you look at Matt Reeves' version, it is the dark and rainy, very oppressive. It made the environments a third character in the film. He did. You know, and that's what's great, right? So I enjoyed that version because we got to see Batman as a detective. I know some people have problems with Robert Pattinson being Batman, but he's just like what 3 years younger. No, he's I think he's 38 or 39. So I mean, he's not that much younger than us, but like I think that if they get it right, especially with Mister Freeze, and then we got Clayface showing up, I think it's going to work out well. I hope they go a different direction with the Joker since they only made that a deleted scene. But if you watch the Penguin, that was fantastic, and you need to check that out, Ryan, if you haven't yet. That is some of the best.
I'm a big Colin Farrell fan.
He knocks it out of the park, man. It is so good. We
When is Colin Farrell not good? He's always good.
Oh yeah, even in the Daredevil movie where he played Bullseye. Uh, but no, he always does. But like his portrayal of Oswald, fantastic. If you guys haven't watched that in the chat, I know my dad has. It is great. But outside all of that, I have high hopes because that universe is going to be slightly different than what James Gunn's doing. So, Batman works best if you treat it like a horror movie. He is the monster in the shadows. True. Very true. But you want to get into the toys? You guys ready for us to...
You know what I want to say about this toy line is this is one that's far reaching. And what I mean by that is go to a flea market, go on Craigslist, first take the cobwebs off Craigslist, but, go on Facebook Marketplace. And you know what you're bound to see? You're bound to see some Batman animated series figures because this was an extremely popular series. So many people had at least a few. It's one of those really far reaching, much like X-Men Toy Biz. It's just like a lot of people had a few of these at least. So
that's one of the cool things about this is I remember going into Toys R Us and seeing all the different variants of Batman, like just the wall of Batman stuff. And it was funny because you'd get like Arctic Batman or underwater Batman, these like Batman in these situations that he needed a special suit for, which is funny because if you play the Lego Batman games, they play up on that, which was a cool nod for us that were toy collectors if you played that. But yeah, no, definitely. This was a very big toy line. It went a while. I mean, I think 4 seasons for Batman? I think it was, or 5? I'd have to look. But it's because we got the animated series, then we got the Adventures of Batman and Robin, and then that final run where they started changing all the colors and everything. But yeah, let's get into this. I was actually surprised with some of this because give me a second. So we got like what? There is 4 series. And I honestly remember there being a lot more than that. But, 14 vehicles. There was a mail away. You had the deluxe figures, play sets, 2-packs, the 15-inch scale stuff. So we'll go into Series 1.
Wow, 14 vehicles is
crazy.
Is impressive.
I mean, considering we haven't done G.I. Joe yet, as far as the toy line for that, and because we're still working our way through Transformers, that one's going to have a huge amount of vehicles and accessories.
But you know what's cool? You can blend all these, right? Toys from animated series, Adventures of Batman and Robin, Batman Beyond, Kenner, the Kenner Batman stuff. You know what I mean? Even into the Batman Forever stuff. You can blend all these toys, and they're gonna kind of play well together.
Oh yeah,
you want to combine all these.
You can have roided, Power of the Force 2 Darth Vader going up against Batman, right? Or ripped Luke. that first few waves of the Kinder Star Wars stuff, or how they were all ripped up and stuff, like they hit the gym.
Man, trying to find all the commercials for these, because those last 10 I did like a very I did a very encompassing, like kind of almost like 10 in a row when I did the toy compilations I was really doing them like week after week after week, dropping one after another. And in those last 10 I did, where I was premiering them every stream, tons of them were the Batman toys, tons of them were the GI Joes and Transformers because those lines are so deep.
Mm-hmm.
But it was always fun. They always did a really elaborate job the way they filmed these Batman figure commercials. They never half-assed them.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I mean, all right. I can honestly say we got almost every figure in the first series. The thing we didn't get was the Turbojet Batman. But I remember like hunting these down with my dad because it wasn't like I think I got maybe a few figures out of the first wave, but the rest of these were for my dad. So like the your combat belt Batman, the Penguin, the Riddler, Two Face, and Robin. Because I specifically remember that Robin figure. But yeah, so we'll get into the first figure on the series is the combat belt Batman. I mean, it's really good. Got a really good sculpt. I mean, it looks like it popped out of the cartoon. I love the cloth cape. It's got.
By the way, these reissues, are they from McFarlane or in stores now? They're in Target.
Yes, they are.
I've seen them the last year. They're all in there.
Mm-hmm. You can get them at Target. You can get them at. I've seen some at Walmart, I believe. There's the Mondo figures right now that are amazing, but they're like $300. That Clayface
And
they
that's
got.
still your cheapest way. That's still your cheapest way to just get these reissued because if you're trying to get these on card, the vintage, these are going to cost you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be cheap to get these on card vintage. Get them loose, that's another thing. But if you're looking to get these on card, just get the reissues. And we'll tell them that, Vince, right? Like, we're not snobs. Like, as much as I'm
What's
more
up,
of a
Storms?
vintage guy, as much as I'm more of a vintage guy and you're more of a modern guy, we're both quick to say, just get the reissue in terms of when it's a bargain, when it's like $20 versus like $100 on card figure. We're always gonna probably agree on telling you to get the reissue.
Oh yeah, definitely. You always if since yeah, this is a weird thing because I know that a lot of the licenses for Kenner is technically either owned by Hasbro now, NECA, or McFarlane. So definitely get the newer ones because you're gonna get better articulation. You're gonna get that nostalgia feel. I mean, if you can come across these at a good price, don't skip out on it. Like you can get the Batmobile, the McFarlane one from the animated series, at Target right now. So it's definitely worth it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Dad, we're gonna do the movie figures. Man, we had majority of these. I don't remember what the hell I did with them. I know I gave some away to friends and family. Yeah, remember like there was times we would I remember you would go through stuff and then you'd bag it up and you'd take it to like some of the hospitals and stuff for like the like Toys for Tots or just like giving it away to like different people like the church or stuff like that. But like so look at the card art, man. Like this is really good. You got some really cool accessories. He's got some, bat cuffs. He's got a missile launcher. He's got a grappling hook. He's got the belt. I mean, it definitely speaks to me, man. Like this represents the show. On top of that, too, you look at the action pose here with him is very very animated style, which is great because you don't get to see a lot of that sometimes with figures that are released. They don't give enough of what the show is because we've actually talked about that on some of the stuff that we looked at previously.
How you doing? Pick up a packet by No. I seen him here earlier though.
Let Ryan take care of that. But yeah, no, this is I remember we had this. This is a great figure. So next up, we're gonna go to Turbojet Batman. Honestly, I think we got this one too. I remember like because we were looking at the helmet, it's like this is very Rocketeer esque, and in his jetpack and everything. Yeah, I think we got this. We because Dad, we still had the comic shop right around this time, so we were still getting some of these figures for the shop too, weren't we? So for those that don't know, my dad, his friend Mark, I think one other no, so my dad and his friend Mark opened up a comic book shop right close to the place I went to high school. This is way before I went to high school though, and I think we were open about close to a year, and we had guys that decided to ram their back of their car into the front glass. Luckily, they got caught, but the store didn't survive after that. So, it sucks because it was like my dad's dream to own his own comic book shop, and it just went downhill. Um, but it was fun while it lasted. But I remember us going and hunting for figures to have in the store to sell to people. So, it's probably why I remember this figure. I mean, I remember it, but like, why I have a vivid memory of some of that stuff. Still very
Yeah, I'm
cool.
back.
Yeah, okay. So we're looking at the Turbojet Batman. He has like a Rocketeer helmet. If you look at the top picture up here when it pops up for you. Thanks, Storms. Thanks, man. You guys gonna yes, okay, so just keeping up with chat here. What's your thoughts, man, on the figure?
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I mean, I love the jetpack. It's what's cool is it's very stylized to the Art Deco style that we got in the animated series, so it wasn't too out of place. Sometimes when figures would come out, they would have accessories that just didn't work. Yeah, that was my toys are meant to be played with, period. I'd rather see a child play with them than see them sit on a shelf. Yep, I remember that. Speaking of the penguin, looks just like he did in the cartoon. Fantastic. I love the cloth cape. His umbrella launcher. I don't know if he could hold that thing. I think that would be too heavy for him. What's your take, Ryan? What you got on the penguin here?
That is a big umbrella.
Yeah, it looks like he grabbed a water tower and was like, he's gonna throw it at Batman because that doesn't. I know it's an umbrella, but it looks like it's a I don't know, some kind of sprinkler system.
And he's got a cloth. He's got a cloth jacket.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Looks like there was a variant, unless that's faded. Because that top picture looks like he had a black jacket or a black suit coat versus this grayish one.
Like a pea coat.
And honestly, I'm surprised though. Like looking at Kenner, with what they would normally do with the accessories that would go on the characters, would be either a plastic cape or something, or a jacket. But this has a cloth one. Yeah, it was heartbreaking. I had to run other people's shops, but then that was ours. I know, Dad. I know. We've always tried to open another shop and just never happened. Hopefully, maybe we can get that done again. Ah, the Riddler. Such a great character. Voiced by, come on, what's his name? Played the dad from Smallville for Lex. someone can get this before I pull it up here.
Like the question mark on a tie.
Mm-hmm. Dude, that's another thing. It was like just like the list of actors in this show.
Question mark one.
Mm-hmm. All right, hold on. Let me see. I'm looking him up in a second while I'm doing this. Yeah, John Glover. Yeah, that was the voice of the Riddler. You know, it's not too flashy. I mean, he's got the green and purple go well together. He's got that question mark tie. You know, the work pants, like he's doing his 9 to 5, and then he goes out and makes these riddles. Yep, that and Two Face are the same jacket. I just love how his weapon's a question mark as well. It's like
Right.
I'm having flashbacks of playing Arkham Knight or Arkham City, where I had to go solve the Riddler question mark challenges and stuff. You know, for a toy line, right? These were really good because they did capture what these characters look like on the show. They're not like off or like what was it from Demolition Man when we did the Stallone episode talking about
Yeah.
Edgar Friendly. He looked like he was in S&M.
Would you say that's Kenner's reliability?
Yeah, actually, you know, probably Kinner did a very good job with trying to capture a lot of the likenesses sometimes and stuff. I mean, they had a little bit more leeway with the cartoon than when they were dealing with actors and stuff. Because then you had to pay the royalties to the actors or get the likeness from them.
Kenner was consistent.
Mm-hmm. I remember this was the one thing that I think was like a problem when we got this Robin was like we wanted just Robin with the cape and stuff, and we got Robin with a hang glider. I remember my dad taking off. He took off this stuff, and he custom made a cape for the figure. I wish we had some of these stuff that my dad used to custom make. So it would be really awesome if I could find some of that stuff. Oh, this one did have the cape. I don't remember that. I don't remember. No, I think there was another one that came out that didn't have a cape that we had to he had made one with. What you thoughts, Ryan? What you got, me?
Not really feeling this. I'm gonna be excited when we see the Two Face. I think the Two Face is gonna be good.
Okay. I
Do
think that
Robin figures ever do anything for you?
I mean I like Robin. I was a Dick and Tim Drake fan. Um but I don't remember like I remember us getting this figure, but we didn't like it. There was just something off about it.
Dude, when the glider's down, it looks like he's like got a fucking lawnmower kit here. It looks like he's gonna do some landscaping
or
for summer.
he's gonna do some
I
gardening.
think
He's gonna water the
it-
grass.
he's got a lawnmower kit here.
I could see
It
it
just opened up like a tool shed.
with missiles too. I wonder what can you do? What kind of gardening can you do with missiles other than putting holes in the ground? All right, so here we go. We got Two Face. Man, the image on that one. Sorry, guys. Let me see if I can get that zoomed in a little bit. Still not great, but I always thought it was weird because his weapon kind of looked like a modified Tommy gun a little bit, and then you shoot off the barrel. It's just such a weird design for a missile.
Yeah, I feel like we gotta find another picture of this.
Yeah, that's not great at all. Give me a second. I'll find another picture. Hold on.
You want to copy and paste the title into Google?
Yeah, hold on. And animated
Come on,
series.
Figure Realm. Don't do us dirty like this, Figure Realm.
Right, dude. Like, I don't know. I feel like we should be making our own site for this with really good high quality pictures. Here we go. We got an eBay.
Yeah, honestly, all the good pictures are gonna probably come from eBay, from sellers trying to sell this stuff.
Let me see if I can get a better picture because that was just one image. The dude took a picture of the front and that was about it. Here, we'll do this. Copy. Yeah, that's the only downside, man, to this site. I love this site because it works, but man, some of these pictures, dude, like they really need to go back and kind of figure out the scope of all that. But he's got his gold chain. Yeah, that's a much better picture of the character. Hold on. So, tab and zoom in just a little bit. Yeah, it's much better. Card's a little war, but that's okay.
Yeah, can I see a close up of this?
Yeah, I just zoomed into it. Let me know if I need to zoom in a little bit more.
Yeah, that's a cool figure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I just love like the two-tone jackets and stuff, and like the swip, depending on how the tie is, if it's flipped. His green melted flesh or the bluish. It was
The
blue,
one
not
side
green.
looks like that villain from RoboCop. Remember the Billy Idol looking? The one side looks like the Billy Idol looking
Oh,
villain.
from the toys. Yeah, yeah.
And the RoboCop toy line.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the one I was saying that was cool with like the skull shirt
It's always kind
and the
of
white hair?
it's kind of very Jay Leno esque a little bit.
Yeah, it is Jay Leno. Jay Leno Two Face.
Yeah. Hold on, let me see. Just for reference, guys. So we were talking about this a minute ago. So, really, guys, come on, man, come on. Here, we'll do this. We'll do this. Oh, it's not liking it. McFarlane Toys. What do you mean? Go back to safety. It's too. Take this sword. It's too scary to go alone.
Billy Idol wanted more of these toys, Thomas.
But there you go.
In the
This is
midnight
the
hour.
in the midnight hour. You cried more. Anyway. All right, so there you go. This is the more modern release one that we got that you can find at
The
Target.
Rebel Yell.
And this is fantastic. You can't talk to Billy Idol like that. Dude, Billy Idol's the shit. You can ask my dad. He knows I'm a fan. What's up, Scrambles?
Yo, Scrambles, can we see the Batman Joker from this McFarlane line?
The McFarlane one? Yeah, we can do that. Hold on a second. We're totally getting sidetracked, but it's okay. It's all right.
I know. I just
It's
want to see their. I just want to see his version of the Joker, and I'm good.
actually, I don't know if he's done one yet. Cause wait, no, he did. He did. Hold on a second. Let me see. Farland Joker. Here we go. Yeah, he did this one. Yeah, there we go.
What did it say? $225.
I'll
The
show.
mother of.
I'll show you that one. But this is the one particularly, like, the first appearance of the Joker. because you can build his well, they have one where you can build his robot Henson, the clown. But Jeffy got some really good like accessories as far as hands and stuff. He's definitely knocking it out of the park with the animated series stuff. There's a Terry McGinnis Batman. There is Batman, old man Batman with his dog. I'd love to get that. Okay, so this is the Mondo one. This is the $240.
You want Geezer Batman?
Yeah, I do want Geezer Batman to go with my Batman Beyond, bro.
You want erectile dysfunction Batman?
I don't think Batman has any problem keeping it up at that age for that man. Sure, if old woman Talia came up, he would it would not be hard. Well, it would be hard.
What about threesomes with Harley Quinn and Catwoman?
Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face was pretty awesome. Just working, doing good. My date got postponed until tomorrow. Very excited. Good luck, man. Have a good time with that. Hope your night's going well at work, man. All right, so
Don't let her blue ball you, Scrambles. If you buy her dinner, make sure you get dessert. You know what I'm saying?
if not, give her the fishes. All right. So we'll get back to the we've done no sidetracking here. All right.
Yeah, back to the series.
We after these messages anyway. Okay, so that is series 1. Only 6 figures, which kind of is, that's what's cool is like when you start out a line, you don't want too many figures because you can make it impossible for a kid to convince their parents to buy everything. And I remember these were like, they were like maybe $6-7, maybe $10. I don't even think they're $10.
Wouldn't you like to have just like $230 just to throw away on a fucking 1/6 scale Joker? What the fuck was that, dude? How irresponsible can we get?
Hold on.
Yeah, I do.
Hold
I'm
on.
gonna spend $230
No. Hold on. No. If I'm gonna spend $200-something on a figure, I'll show you which one it is. Hold on. We're gonna get to it. He was on the page earlier today when I was looking. All right, we'll go do this. We're gonna go up.
Damn, that goes way back, Scrambles. You're going back to high school crushes. Good lord. You gotta tell her to bring her a yearbook. You can sign her a yearbook.
All right, if I'm gonna pay like $250, I want this Clayface. I mean, he looks like he came off the screen, bro.
You want a Clayface that doesn't look like a doo-doo Clayface.
Right. I don't want the McFarlane weird looking Clayface that he tried to make from the Arkham City game or the Arkham Knight. No, it was Arkham City. I want Matt Hagen. I want this one. Looks great. He's got extra accessories. I mean, like, he just looks like he walked off the screen. It's so good. It's so good, man. The only thing that's different though is they need like a head. They need his normal head that you could fit in between.
Brown sugar Clayface.
Look how big he is, man. He's huge. He's huge. That's not what she said. 13.5 inches, man. It's great. Look at all the accessories. It's so good. All right. Anyway, enough of the sidetracking here. But yeah, if I'm gonna pay $300 on a Batman figure, it would be that Clayface, just that Clayface. All right. So this is when we start getting into the different Batmans that do different things. We got the Joker finally. We got Man-Bat, Scarecrow, another Robin, Catwoman. infrared Batman. I just got to say his suit is red hot. I don't know. What you got, Ryan?
It's like a M&M red.
Mm-hmm.
I would skip this figure.
I would too. I think we did. I mean, I like the translucent orange. It's pretty cool looking. But I I would totally pass this up.
This is like what you get from your aunt on your birthday, who's just trying to get you a Batman figure, but
Right?
she kind of doesn't know which one.
Yeah,
She's like,
exactly.
"I got you infrared Batman. Is that the one you like?" And then your mom has to be like, "Tell her thank you." And you're like, "Thank you, Aunt Nebel," or some shit, whatever the fuck her name is.
She got you a bunny suit. Instead, so she got you the bunny man suit instead of Batman suit.
He's like, "Is that your bat guy you wanted?"
No, Aunt Nanny. It was I wanted a bad guy, not a Batman or bad man.
Grandma, I wanted nude Alicia Silverstone.
All right, so we got skydive Batman here with this bright orange and a tinfoil. I know that's his parachute, but still. I
How about
was
H&R Block Batman? He does taxes on. This time of year is a side gig, make extra money.
yeah. The being a Playboy philanthropist is however you say it. I can't say it at the moment. Is not paying the bills, so he's got
Financial advisor Batman. Got to diversify your bonds.
Batman's so rich he doesn't even have to think about it. He makes money off his own money.
So skydive Batman.
Yeah.
Uh,
Honestly, I'd wonder how many of these actually sold. The ones that are not part of the main line, that are these extra ones. So we just had like multiple versions of Batman for some reason.
Parachute fucking tinfoil.
Well, it's not really tinfoil, but yeah.
Kind of looks like when Drew Barrymore made popcorn in a Scream.
What's your favorite scary movie?
I always think it's hilarious. She got like 5 minutes of screen time in that movie.
I mean, that was the reason why I went to go see that movie was Drew Barrymore, but she didn't make it through at all.
Get 5 minutes of her making popcorn.
So this is the electricity-proof bat suit, but they decided to call it Bruce Wayne.
Electrician Batman.
Yeah.
Another one of his side jobs.
This is
We're gonna get you some surge protectors in this house.
IT support. You break it, we fix it.
Electrician Batman. This is not a grounded outlet. Are you crazy?
So the crazy thing about this figure, right, is it's effective. Obviously, it's Batman, right? You put this armor to make Batman, but he's called Bruce Wayne. So is that his real superhero name? Is Bruce Wayne? Man, he's like must have knocked his head or something.
His face don't look like Batman. That looks like
looks like Superman, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know about this one.
A little bit of Clark.
This again looks like that first revision Iron Man suit that just looks stupid. It's like, in the first movie when he was in the cave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it does. Well, all right, so
tin can man.
Don't get me wrong, right? So this is them trying to capitalize on what they did with the Michael Keaton Batman from the '89 movie figure. So instead of like having him Bruce in a suit and stuff like that, no, we got to have him put on the bat suit, which is the gray and black that people want to see.
I don't know about all this like rubber texturing too, like on his like arms and
The bow swords.
chest. Ribbed for her pleasure. ribbed, it's ribbed for her pleasure, Batman.
No, hold on. What it is like, so this is way before that game came out, but it's like he's almost wearing Snake's sneaking suit from Snake Eater. Like I just just finished that, except for the red there, but like the way the I guess the rubber padding is on his inner thighs.
Okay, so
and
I
chest.
really like this Catwoman coming up. I really like the Catwoman.
Oh, this was a great figure. I know we had it. My sister had it. And it even came with her cat. What I think it was Isis.
Yeah, we're skipping Electrician Batman, and we're going with Catwoman.
Yeah, I mean, come on, spandex and a whip.
I love it. I love it when they nail a female character in a action figure, because a lot of times they don't. But this is great.
When it's
also the cat is just I already love cat, so I'm all over this one.
Oh yeah, same here. I mean, it runs in the family, so but it's really cool because like I don't believe this character was a chase figure. I think that she was about the same amount of numbers of figures that were released in this wave, because I remember seeing tons of her. So Scrambles meow. So Scrambles, tell me, man, if you went on your date and your date was dressed as Catwoman, would you be all for it? Would you need to go back home and change to become Batman for her? I mean, I probably would go change. Here we go. We got the Joker with his laughing gas gun. I think it's what it's called, yeah, because he's got the gas mask.
Orangina Joker.
That's a callback to last week. Orange China.
he fills up everybody's soda with Orangina.
He's a waiter. Hey, hello, sir. Would you like some more orange China? So Hummus wants to know who's sexier Catwoman, Michelle Pfeiffer or Holly Berry? Michelle Pfeiffer. I mean, Holly Berry is gorgeous, but Michelle Pfeiffer. Damn, that would be hot. Yeah, Hummus.
You'll never defeat me, Batman. I will quench your thirst with Orangina.
Okay, so get this, all right? So I don't know if how many people know this, but this is pretty cool trivia. Did you know that Mark Hamill was not originally cast to play the Joker in the animated series?
Oh, damn. Who was? Eric Stoltz.
No.
They replaced him.
No.
Again.
Tim Curry was originally... He originally voiced him in, like, I think 3 episodes, and they had to redub it because he couldn't continue to do the show because I think another obligation came up. But we could have had Tim Curry do the voice of the Joker, and he sounded even more methodical than Mark Hamill. I'm like...
Imagine if that kept happening in Eric's career. Like, he just kept getting blockbuster movies and getting replaced. Like, you cast him in Titanic, but then they put Leo in.
But could you imagine it even happened to the ones that he was in? Like, they cast somebody else, and then, I could see Ron Perlman as the Joker, too. That would be interesting. Very, very interesting. Or, wait. Paul Rubens. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Paul Rubens. I could see that. I totally read that wrong. Julie Newmar was much senior Catwoman than either of the modern ones. I'll die on that hill. If you kick any of them out of your bed, you're a fool. Right there, you go, Dad. See, Dad's an equal opportunist. But yeah, no, I love the fact, like, just go on YouTube and go look up Tim Curry as the Joker for the animated series. It is awesome. Like, why? Lee
I always just
Merriweather.
think of Rocky Horror Picture Show with Tim Curry.
Well, I mean, you got like Clue, you got
But
Legend.
why do I always think of that? He had such a strong look in that one.
Oh yeah, Frankenfurter. God, man, like so iconic too. I was gonna say Tim Curry, and I think Dr. Frankenfurter. Wow, wah wah wee wah.
That Orangina Joker.
That's why he's always smiling. He's got all that orange gina. Oh man.
What if that's what the title was? Orangina Dispenser Joker.
I need someone to draw that. I need to talk to Stark. Stark needs to draw us a
And
orange
you just
orange gina Joker.
every time you want to fill him back up, you open another Orangina out the fridge.
All right, so Man Bat. I remember we had this. This was such a cool figure. I remember playing with this a
It
lot.
looks very gargoyles.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Very much on the level of like a. If you think of like Spider-Man having the lizard, Batman has Man Bat. I mean, in a way too, you can almost see like the way his legs are really short. I know it's supposed to represent the fact he's kind of a bat and all that stuff.
Now,
Uh,
what happens if he pushes back? His wings wave or something?
yeah, I think he had like wing flapping motion. Yeah, if you spread out the wings would kind of flap back and forth.
At least it's not a fapping motion, you know?
Not a flapping. I mean, pretty sure someone would figure it out.
Complete fapping motion. I mean, flapping motion. Man, bat.
Why is he going in circles?
Mom, for Christmas, can you get me man bat? What, son?
Well, I couldn't find a man bat. I got you a female bat. Wow, that is not flattering. With you know what he looks like, the Robin. Let me know when you see him on screen.
Let me see.
Just
Go down.
oh, can you see? Can you see it? Let me like see where you're looking at. Hold on. It should be up on the screen right now. Just look at his face. Just look at his face. It is hilarious.
That looks like Stephen Colbert.
Well, I could see that, but my joke was the fact that he looks like he's
Taking a
drawn.
dump.
No, he looks like he's drawn in the style of Dire Straits, Money for Nothing.
Or Lego.
I can see the Lego too. That ain't working. That's the way you do it. You fight the crime on your MTV anyway. Ducky from Pretty in Pink. It does look like Oh, that's hilarious. The Robin.
Yeah, do not want this figure.
I don't either. We didn't get him. Well, you got caught in a flat. How about that? Well, Robin, don't you panic. By the light of the night, it'll be all right.
So like the winners are the original Batman, like the Bad Belt Batman or whatever. I'd get Two-Face, I'd get Riddler, I'd get Catwoman.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the winners so far.
The Scarecrow is awesome, though. I love this figure. This was cool. I love
Oh, yeah.
he's got the the backlit eyes. So if you basically held him up to the light, his eyes would glow. What's up, Henny? I am the knight. I am Batman.
But that's a good one. It's very like almost Freddy Krueger.
Oh yeah, definitely. That would have been cool having Robert Englund do the voice of Scarecrow. I could see that. Totally be down for that.
Children of the Corn, Children of the Corn, Freddy Krueger over here meets the Crow.
Definitely, the episodes with Scarecrow were great. Like especially when Batman was messing with or was affected by the fear toxin. Those are some really good stories.
So what was the spindle thing on his back? What did that?
I think he would spin his scythe. Yeah. His hand would rotate. Or his wrist, one of the two. Yes, there was a way better Robin. That is true.
The only good Robin is a dead Robin.
No, Red Robin's really good too. Red Robin. Yum. All right, so here's series 3. Only 8 figures.
Did any like dad let their son get away with that though? No, I don't like Batman dad. I like Robin. Did the son get smacked by like the typical dad?
Look, Robin was a cool character. I mean, but I don't know.
I feel like Robin needs what do they call that? Like when girls get like they do their makeup different. Robin needs a you know what do women call that? The makeover. Robin needs a makeover.
Well, he becomes Nightwing at some point.
You know, to make like to take like the bitch assness out of him. Like Robin needs a makeover. Like give him a little more badassness.
Why don't you make like a tree and get out of here? It's leave, you idiot. You sound like a fool. All right, so this is the antifreeze Batman.
When did you become the physical type?
What's wrong, McFly? You ain't got no scrote?
Vince, you forgot one thing. What the hell is that?
So, guys, this is the antifreeze Batman. So if your car happens to be freezing and bad temperatures, you stick your Batman figure in your radiator. You'll be all right. I'm telling you, trust me.
George Foreman grill Batman.
Hey, Robin, you hungry? We're gonna cook some steaks.
I can see Matt Moses making burgers on this Batman.
I mean, yeah, it's got to be because he's anti-freeze, so the red lines are the heat, right? So
Ninja air fryer Batman.
Could you imagine a bunch of people sitting there like they're it's really cold and all they got is the anti-freeze Batman and they all got their hands out like around the figure. They're around the figure like they're trying to get warm from him.
Space heater Batman.
Space heater Bat. Yes. He's got one when he turns into what? Yeah, he did. Yep, I remember that, Dad. So we'll get into that. Let's see. Next up is the Night Star Batman. So many ads. So, all right. First off, Night Star Batman launches his star rocket and spinner at any villain who tangles with him. But for me, Dad, look at this Batman, and what other DC hero stands out that could have made this costume for Batman? George Foreman grill.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like Booster Gold made this outfit for him, but the Hulk Hogan grill.
gold member Batman.
Gold member.
24-karat Batman.
Wow. I just don't know what to say, man. I just don't. I mean, the black and yellow and the gold look cool, but It just, I don't know, the design isn't speaking to me.
Night Star Batman, not a good.
No.
This is like the Batman you would mass murder in your figure set.
No,
Like if
this
you
this is the Batman that into pro wrestling. Seriously, they did. Hulk Hogan turned it turned it down.
this is the Batman you stick
That's
in that
awesome.
hole from Dark Knight Rises. Remember that hole they stuck him in? What the fuck was that shit? Remember?
Mm-hmm.
And then he had to climb his. You make Gold Member Batman have to climb his way out of that Chris Nolan fucking Batman hole he stuck him in, not in Dark Knight
Oh,
Rises.
Dark Knight Rises. I'm sorry. I still will say that movie is awful. Um, that's
Why did
interesting.
they remember they exploded like the fucking football game field?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
they're blowing up the football. They're blowing up the bridges.
And then they're executing. What is this mockery of justice? Guilty or
Dude,
innocent?
when they pause before like they fist fight outside of like the Capitol and there's snow
Mm-hmm.
and like there's that pause scene and then they're all just filling the streets. I thought it was gonna turn into like a musical. Like
Uh,
they're all gonna just start dancing.
it's a flash dance moment. So
Flash
hummus,
mob.
flash mob, yeah. Uh, hummus. I didn't know that originally it was gonna be a Hulk Hogan grill, and he turned it down. That's crazy. I don't know, brother. When I get hungry, I go for my Hogan grill, and we make some burgers. They're the best damn burgers to keep this WWE star hungry and fueled for the wrestling ring. I don't know, whatever. That's my worst impression of Hogan I've done ever. Let's see. So, Batman Lightning Strike. I mean, wow. This figure, I don't know what it is, but it just speaks to me of lightning. Brian, do you see it? It's so weird. Maybe the camo is lightning patterned. I don't know. This is
Wow.
too flashy for Batman.
This is like when you run out of ideas and some asshole at the fucking pitch meeting comes up with this. I would just, somebody just needed to tell this guy at the pitch meeting, get the fuck out of here with this idea.
Hold on. It's like, yeah, I get that, and then look at it, right? So you put the cape around him, so he's the flasher Batman.
Yeah. He's like the Flasher Gremlin.
Yes.
No, you know what he looks like? He looks like fucking voting booth Batman, like he's in a voting booth. He doesn't want you to know. He doesn't want you to know who he's voting for.
Well, see, hold on. If we're talking about the flasher Gremlin, I gotta go back a bit. Where's the Phoebe Cates figure? But all right, we can move on. I had to ask.
There's a Flasher Gremlin who doesn't want to know you to know who he voted for.
Yes. Yeah, this is not a good. This is
Yeah, again, this is the aunt. This is the aunt that didn't know what to get you that bought you this one. Isn't this the one you want? Lightning Strike Batman?
you wanted Batman. This is the only one I could find. Well, there's a reason. How many were on the shelf, Grandma? Oh, there was like 24 of them. Were there any other figures? No. Yeah, it's because
You don't
it's a
want
shelf warmer.
you don't want meteorologist Batman?
He's gonna set off what was the thing from Twister, those little bitty sensors that go in there. It's like that's the pocket bomb.
You don't want local news weatherman Batman?
All right, now this figure was awesome.
Yeah, great.
We had this figure. It was really cool, and how accurate this figure was as far as like you got the his mace, you got the claws. What's up, Linda? You can
You just
actually
don't flush your Clayface. Even though he looks like something else. Don't flush him down the
well
toilet.
if you've played Conker's Bad Fur Day, he does look kind of like the Great Mighty Pooh, honestly. But he's gonna break out into a musical. But no, what was cool was is like so when you would launch his missile or the mace out of his hand, you just squeezed his body. It used air pressure to launch it out. But it was a very cool figure. I remember like this being one of my favorites.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah. I mean, that's the one thing I can say about this line though is that a lot of these figures, especially the ones that are mainly for the main characters of the show,
Villains
um,
are better.
they're great. I mean, Robin unfortunately is hit and miss. Like this is the one where you could put the armor on him. Of course he's gonna wear a shirt that says DG on it, so he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm Dick Grayson. I wear Dick Grayson clothes." I don't even think like did he come with a mask? I don't remember if he did or not. Um.
This Batman
Oh no, I see where the mask is
Joker
at.
is like dance club Joker.
Dance Club Joker.
Looks like he bumps and grinds with the chicks club. What's up, ladies? Want a Macarena?
Night at the Roxbury's. Yeah, I could see it. All right, so
Love, baby, don't hurt me no more.
really good Killer Croc here. I always felt that the figure should have been a little bit bigger. You can definitely tell also this is like the era where like sometimes they would do figures with that softer rubber because like they couldn't get the tone right on the figure between like the certain appendages and things.
Why does Killer Croc look like like a shrunken King Kong?
You mean a shaved King Kong? Uh I don't know. I think he also looks like was it the oh come on, I can't think of the name of it at the moment. But his head just I can't think of the name.
Just like those Easter Island head
Yes,
statues.
that's what I was talking about. That's what I was thinking about. Like, yeah. What she sorry, hummus. um yeah, no, I mean for what it was, I mean, it was a good try. I think they could have done a little bit better with this figure. Um, Especially considering like you look at the way he's drawn. I know they were trying to do a pretty good likeness of him. Um, but I always thought of Croc as a bigger character. That's why I loved him in Arkham Asylum. All right, so as Henny got Slick wanted us to do, Mr. Freeze, Victor Freeze,
Oh hell yeah!
one of the greatest villains in the show. Which is sad, right? Because for those who don't know, what was it? Wasn't it that Patrick Stewart was originally asked to play Mr. Freeze in the movie instead of Arnold Schwarzenegger?
It's a great figure, and the McFarlane one is very close to this that I got.
Yeah. So did you ever see the ones that was it Diamond Select was doing? Or no, it was DC Universe, I think. They did a series of the animated figures, and what was cool was, and I have this figure, he's somewhere in one of my totes. It was this version of Mr. Freeze, but it came with the accessories to make him into the version from Batman Beyond, where he's just the head with the legs. He was supposed to look like he had a croc snout. Yeah, but I mean, great colors. The character was great. His that two-parter with him was fantastic. Just a tragic villain, you know.
Absolutely. Great figure.
I know when McFarlane does this one, I want to pick it up, or I might actually pick this up if Mondo does it.
So, okay, go back to Mr. Freeze there.
You want to do this one here?
Guess
Yeah.
what? Guess what? I feel like Mr. Freeze kind of could have been inspiration to somebody for.
For who?
How about an inspiration to Burton for Mars Attacks?
Oh yeah, definitely. I could see that. The aliens and stuff. Ed Harris, Anthony Hopkins, and reportedly Patrick Stewart were considered. You know, and that's the sad thing, man. Like we got Mr. Freeze, and they decided to go with the Mr. Zero type character from the '60s Batman show instead of giving the more tragic. You know, I love the one-liners. Come on, it's Arnold. He's like one of my favorite actors, and I love and doing my impersonations of him and stuff. But like, what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. But anyway, I'd rather had a serious character for him. But that's unfortunately one of the things we got with Joel Schumacher taking over the reins for Batman instead of having Tim Burton do it. But such a cool character. Yeah, I prefer the one with the head that comes off with his spider legs. Yeah, Dad, I know, I do too. Because at that point he'd become cold-hearted. He wasn't even like, he was more logical than emotional. I mean, even more than what he was in the show, in the animated series.
It's so cold-blooded.
Cold-hearted. Good old Poison Ivy, the lady who loves to save plants and will kill anybody she can in her way. And what caused the process of Harvey Dent to turn into Two-Face.
No one makes me bleed my own blood.
What's your thoughts, Ryan? What's my name? What do you got?
I like this.
Yeah, it's again another good female character. We got Catwoman before this. We haven't gotten Harley Quinn yet, but definitely a good character as far as like proportions are right. She looks like she came off the cartoon.
We got Little Mermaid, Batman animated series.
Right, yeah, it's Ariel. She
Ariel.
instead of going to the witch to get her legs, she went to
She went to the Bat Cave. She's like, look at this place, isn't it neat?
all these cool things that I wish I could complete. No, I don't even know where I was gonna go with that. Didn't work.
He busts out the bat dildo on her.
Thigh gap is on point.
Where's your blowhole? Where's your blowhole, Ariel?
Yeah, I mean, so far, like out of, if you look at just the figures from the main show, that are not just like extra figures so people can have something, or if they didn't get the first wave of Batman, they at least could get a Batman. There's some really good figures here. Mars Attack cards started in 1962. All right, Series 4. Surprisingly, only 4 figures. I thought we got a Harley, didn't we? I don't remember. All right, so we'll get into this. The way Bane should have been. This Bane was awesome. Like, why we couldn't get this in the movie? Why we couldn't get this in Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight Rises? I don't know. I'll never know.
Because the dream is collapsing, Vince.
Oh,
that's why we couldn't get it.
Right.
Nolan had to make our dreams collapse.
The Inception. Yeah, if only we could have Inceptioned it in his mind to make a better movie, things would have been right. Look, Tom Hardy's great, but like, I don't think that he should have played Bane. Honestly, I think they could have been somebody else. Definitely different style with the card art here. I mean, it's very similar, but as far as doing the way the blister packs were, these are almost more where they were doing the wraps around the figures.
as much as we couldn't hear for a worth of fuck, the Batman Bane fight in the sewer,
Mm-hmm.
wherever the fuck that was with the bridge, and when he breaks his back, that is my favorite scene in the whole movie. And when he casually rips the mask in half and just tosses it and walks away, that's just like that's an epic look. It's far from a great movie, but
Mm-hmm.
that's an epic fucking scene.
Oh, it is. It is. But I mean, like, for someone that like grew up with the comics and like that whole Nightfall story arc and stuff with Bane like
Yeah.
breaking his back and everything that Batman went through, and the fact that like John Paul Valley took over the mantle of Batman for a while, and then he went crazy vigilante where he was killing people. Um, that would have been so much of a better story than. And I get it. You want to introduce Talia. You're trying to do something different, but he went a little too far with it.
This
And
is Lucha Libre Bane, Mexican wrestler Bane here.
well, yeah. What's up, Wubs? Hell yeah! What's up, man? Nightfall was the first comic Mom got me as a kid. Dude, I just picked up the first half of the omnibus for that.
He's drinking Acto Cooler straight to the dome.
Dude,
With the green.
I'm sorry, but if I had an ability to drink Ecto Cooler like that straight into my vein, I'd probably be as fat as this figure.
Back of your head.
She had no idea the monsters she'd unleashed.
Hooked up to the back of his head like he's fucking filling up a diesel truck.
Well, because like what was it? I think it was because of the fact that it pumped it directly into its. It was closer to go to the heart that way than the maybe going through his arm. I don't remember the reason for it. My dad could probably explain why. Because that's venom, basically. That's what gives him his strength and everything. I had the Vengeance of Bane comic. I sold it within 2 months after the value skyrocketed. Nightfall, ugh. It's all good, brother. It's all good. We got Cyber Gear Batman.
I can't see it yet.
I can't see it either. You'll see it. It's blurry as hell. Yeah, dude. I don't know.
Cyber Gear Batman.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell this is right here.
Let's find out.
This is like Bill Gates antivirus Batman. Cyber Gear.
This is when he goes into the future. I don't know. I'm just making.
You can stop any kind of Trojan horses.
Cyber Gear Batman.
He goes and erases porn off the internet. Cyber Gear. We're gonna cyber gear up and get rid of this filthy porn on Bang Bus.
I mean, I'm gonna say this figure is not a good. Honestly, it's like they took the idea from the Aliens Apex figure and were like, let's do that to Batman.
Exo Squad Batman.
Yeah, definitely. I just. He's even got like leg boosters and a giant gold backpack.
He looks like a fuck.
I don't know who he would be fighting against. Bane had the same steroid dealer as Sammy Sosa. Kevin Conroy is the GOAT. Hell yeah, he was. All of the other slim Batmans just imitating. All right, so yeah, I don't know. Radar scope Batman. I just
He's writing speeding tickets for the cops. Radar Batman.
You were going too fast in Gotham. I don't know, man. I'm not even gonna go look this figure up.
Like, you know how fast I clocked you going? License and registration.
Yeah, this is when Batman just couldn't hack it anymore. He spent all of his billions on fighting crime, and then he had to work for the police. So,
He's like bad early virtual reality Batman right here. Remember those? They'd have those set up.
oh, you,
Lawnmower Man,
yeah, Lawnmower
Batman.
Man, yeah, Lawnmower Man, Batman. It looks like he's in a virtual reality suit, not a an actual like bat suit. NGL bats figures are just awesome. They are, dude. They are. I mean, honestly, I know we rip into them, but like most of these figures for this actual line were fantastic. I don't know why we got Red Robin here. That's not what he's called though. I think he's called like
Total Jim Batman.
Glider Robin. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say this one. I can say that as a person who didn't collect toys, so OBDs are my opinion. Obviously, my opinion super matters. No, dude, it's all right. Whoops, it's all right, man. Like, so even though we collected this stuff, some of us didn't. We do have an opinion, right? We love the cartoon. We love the movies. We love the video games. You know, so part of this stuff is
No,
part
no,
of our
we.
childhood.
Well, you missed us. We praised half this line. We praised the bat belt Batman, the original one. We praised the Riddler, Catwoman, Clayface, Two Face. Um, but a lot of these gimmick ones are shit.
Yeah.
But the other thing about this line is when we started the stream, I mentioned like this line you find everywhere. Like flea markets, thrift stores,
Yeah, loose.
eBay. Everybody had some of this line, whether it was like a handful of figures or a vehicle. This was an extremely saturated toy line in the stores and on the resale market.
It's kind of sad though because Lawn Dark. Oh yeah, so Hummus said that Bruce lost his fortune betting against Oliver Queen in a lawn dart throwing contest. What was he thinking? That's hilarious. Did Penguin win that competition where he threw the umbrella at the Christmas Queen? Lawn dart. All right, so let's see. I don't want to get into the Lux figures. I'm not going to do this. Like I just pulled these up. I don't want to go into more variants of Batman. They're not.
Yeah, it's really just the gimmicky suits that just got plain silly.
Yeah.
I mean, when they just do the classic villains as is from the show, they nail it. Like no criticism, nothing. We're just like nice. I didn't have I don't think we had any.
No, when we're talking about the real like figures,
for the eight villains that we liked in the series, I don't think we had any nitpicks on them.
No, they were all really good. Oh yeah, I remember we did mail away for this one. I remember because I think the blue was a little bit more metallic, the paint for Batman suit and stuff. It was just a generic good Batman figure. Didn't care about the accessories.
Ninja power. There you go.
Battle helmet Batman. Before Bane kicked the habit, he had a small canister of venom that was fed to different parts of his body through reinforced tubing. That was the one thing I said. Like I can say is that a lot of times when there was some kind of mail away figure, especially for this stuff, my dad was very vigilant about trying to at least get those. So we used to have like a lot of the Kenner Power of the Force 2 ones and the Predator stuff.
I can't believe that Momra was mail away. Like, are you fucking serious?
Dude, Cobra Commander was a mail away. That
Why?
first Cobra Commander was a mail away. I don't know, man. It's so
Why would you not sell that in stores, you stupid motherfuckers from these toy companies? Why would you mail away that shit? Are you dumb as rocks? That would be a top seller. Nobody wants to mail away some jerk off shit. Like you have to eat fucking 20 boxes of Honey Nut Cheerios to get a fucking mumra? Are you fucking high?
well. You got was it? So for Star Wars, Power of the Force 2, there was Han in the stormtrooper outfit because we got Luke, we didn't get Han. Then there was the Ghost Obi-Wan Kenobi. For Alien versus Predator figures for Kenner, it was the clear, like the camouflage Predator, but that came with silver and black accessories.
There was the sex cradle slave Leia mail away.
There are still some figures missing from that list. I know, Dad. I know. There is.
This guy.
I don't think that they have everything.
Well, it's always got to be that guy. Well, actually, you're missing the green variant Batman taxes Batman.
So here's the Arrow Bat. This is the
In the dark.
the second Genesis, the Sega Genesis game here. Wasn't there a Sega Genesis game called Arrow Bat?
It's not us. It's the site. The site, Floyd. The site.
I know. Well, that's what That's what he means by it. Is like the fact that this thing isn't inclusive, or as far as like what all was released.
We forgot all the Bendums.
Slave Leia,
All
Ryan,
the
are you reading my sex box pre-order receipt? Oh man. I'm gonna so there was definitely some weird vehicles, right? You got the Aerobat, you got the
snowmobile Batman.
The Bat TV or Bud TV or whatever. You have the the Bat Signal jet, the Bat Signal, which was in the show, which is awesome because Robin used to ride that a lot.
You gotta have snowmobile Batman.
Snowmobile, snowblower Batman. You got the what is this?
Crotch Rocket Batman.
You got the Batmobile, man. Like we wanted
Anarchy Batman.
Sons of Anarchy, right? It's Jax. All right, so look at this. This is amazing. We never got this. We wanted it, but I don't remember why we never got this. Any Batgirl figures? I believe there was one, but we didn't. It wasn't in the list of figures.
Dude, what a great stylish Batmobile though. I love it.
Oh, dude, this thing is amazing.
It just looks like it's going fast when it's sitting. That's when you know you got a good vehicle design. When it looks fast just sitting.
So would you say this is a 10-second car?
Granny shifting, not double clutching like you should. Ask any real racer. Doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning, Vince.
It's funny that we got this like the bat jet that flies out of the back of the Batmobile that never happens in the cartoon, but we just had to add this play feature into it. You could have just made this bigger and actually have Batman and Robin be able to sit inside of it, but no, we gotta have this ejecto seat, cuz. So I'll get
got jet ski Batman.
Yep. I think this is the reason why we didn't get this toy, was this little bitty accessory that pops out the back. But here you go. The Batwing. Or the Batplane. I don't care. It's still the Batwing.
The Batwing.
Still really cool looking. You can get the modern McFarlane one of this. You can get the modern McFarlane version of the old
Don't
Batman.
remind me. I don't need any more.
I would love to have it, but I just can't afford it at the moment.
It's what Catwoman and Harley Quinn's favorite thing is, the Bat Wang. They love it. They love some Bat Wang as long as it's fully engaged. As long as it's fully upright, the Bat Wang.
Because, Ryan, if they could get you to go out and buy 6 to 12 figures so that you can get one for free that were eventually going to sell you anyway, it was a way to increase their profits.
But we're saying the argument we're saying though, Floyd, is just don't make like an essential main character, the main villain, like Mumra, a male way.
Right. No, exactly. And because like with that first initial wave of GI Joe, you got 2 Cobra troopers and that was it. Like, where's Cobra Commander? Oh, you got to mail away for him. You mean the leader of this terrorist organization?
Yeah.
Bent on destroying the world is a guy that's
the way you gotta
behind a
get him,
paywall.
the way you gotta get him is shipped in a shitty envelope in a plastic bag like it's a fucking dime bag of weed. Is how they're gonna ship this figure to you. That's the best way to get you this main character. We're gonna send it to you in an envelope in the mail in a shitty Ziploc bag. That's how you're gonna get it. Like a drug deal, like a backdoor drug deal.
So did I miss? Did Batman cross over with the Thundercats? Because this looks like the Thunder Tank. Thunder, 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 Thundercats.
Looks like something from fucking Empire Strikes Back.
It does. It also looks like the kind of like the Snowcat or what was the Cobra vehicle? It wasn't the Snowcat. It was the. Oh man, I can't remember the name of it. But the Cobra had an ice vehicle that looks kind of similar to this too.
This figure's called the Marshmallow Rover.
The Ice Hammer.
The Fluffer Nutter.
Honestly, it kind of looks like, in a way, the Dark Knight Returns Bat Tank a little bit. It's got the treads and everything. I mean, it looks cool. It still looks like the Thunder Tank a little bit.
Looks like something out of Halo if it was purple.
Oh, yeah. The Covenant vehicles, like the freaking Wraiths. Yeah, I could see that. It just seems like they started making vehicles.
Cats. What's it called? MC Hammer?
Which one? No, it was the Ice Hammer.
The Ice Cube Hammer.
What you gotta do? Get to the hammer.
Homer says it looks like a Zamboni.
Zamboni. Hey, look! I always thought that this is Bruce Wayne's vehicle. It's the Bruce Wayne Steel Jet. It looks like, you remember like back in the day, you had those VHS rewinders.
Yes.
That's what it looks like. I feel
the
like
VHS rewinder Batmobile.
Yeah. Oh man. Batman is coming to save the skating rink from melting.
Please be kind, rewind, Batman.
Could you imagine some mom or somebody they're like
trying to stick their VHS in there?
Yeah, or no.
Why does it not work?
That, or they got the actual VHS reminder and told them that's what this was. They just happened to get a Batman figure to go with it.
You know what this looks like too? Every fucking prototype car that they put out like as a visual for like the last 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
You remember they always like put out like some car that they never actually build, but they're like, this is the prototype BMW. This is the prototype. And all you ever see is a fucking Photoshop rendering of it. That's what this looks like.
It does look like that. It also looks like something out of the remake Blade Runner, not Blade Runner. Yeah, it actually does look like the vehicle from Blade Runner, but it also looks like from Total Recall, the one with Colin Farrell.
The VHS rewinder.
It does, doesn't it? I'm
I
serious.
swear I had one just like that.
I mean, actually, you know what? This looks like a better police car that could have been modified into RoboCop's
And
car.
they're always loud as fuck. Do you remember how loud it was when you put your tape in there? It sounded like a fucking jet engine coming out. It sounded like it was gonna rip your tape to shreds in there.
Dude, the fact that they would charge you for not rewinding a tape. I'm like, oh my god, it was so bad. They skipped them in they shipped them in a plastic bag with a white box. Some of the had numbers and a mailer bag. Yeah, I remember that, Dad. Yeah, he's talking about how they used to ship the mail away figures
Yeah.
because they were never in a actual blister card or anything like that. It was all just kind of blank advertisement. I mean, you look at the drawing for the box for this, it looks pretty cool, but like there's no way Bruce Wayne would be driving around in this car that definitely would be Batman's vehicle and people can see through the glass.
Definitely wouldn't be driving around in that bitch ass fucking mustard suit he's got on.
Rewind. Yes, yeah. This is the Cyrax Batman. All right, we can look at the Joker mobile. It looks like it's a reject design for the Ghostbusters, the real Ghostbuster line.
Dude, they were fucking had Kenner's dick was hard for fucking vehicles in this line. I'll tell you one thing.
There was a lot of vehicles, dude. I don't know.
Kenner's dick was fucking just fully erect for these fucking vehicles in this line. Just shooting out vehicles out the ass in this. This fucking vehicle is dog shit right here.
I just want to know who Joker paid to make this roadster for him.
Dude, first of all, this looks like a hot dog cart. This looks like a hot dog cart at a circus. Oh, this is garbage, dude. What is with the face on this thing?
No, I don't know. All I know is that it kind of reminds me of Mask a little bit. Like this is part of Venom. You know, the villains from Mask.
We're talking about that praying mantis looking fucking real Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Talking about Janine's vehicle. Her freaking her Volkswagen.
This vehicle is so dog shit. This fucking thing sucks.
Look at that. He shoots his teeth off. Who is he pointing at? Is he pointing at Batman? He's like, "I'm gonna shoot you, Batman." I don't know. It's weird.
The Joker would not stand for this kind of garbage.
You know, honestly, I kind of would have liked this like white instead of this like just generic gray. I think it takes away from like whatever they were trying to do with this vehicle. If they would have had that white on it, I think it would have worked better. It's still.
I don't care for this color scheme.
Yeah, I don't care for the. I think they just went too cheap with it, honestly.
I don't care for this at all. This is a
well, look. I always loved that back in the day, right? The on the back of the box they had the prototype, and it has better paint than what's inside the box. So it looks like they got chrome actually on those parts that are just like this generic molded gray.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
We got Robin's dragster.
Nicholson would not stand for this Joker mobile.
No. He would totally kill somebody for whoever made his face not great. Because remember, like he killed the doctor because he couldn't cure his
Nope.
What was wrong with him?
Wait till they get a load of me. The green translucent looks like something out of like a Lego.
Mm-hmm. It's very Green Lantern-esque. Like it's because of the translucent, it looks like it's the lantern ring is projecting the armor onto the vehicle.
Honestly, if you saw this piece of shit and zoomed out a little, it looks like a fucking McDonald's toy.
Oh, you're not wrong. It does look like a McDonald's toy, honestly. I I think they spent all the designer budget on the figures, and then after they did the main vehicles, they just didn't know what to do.
Dude, I'm telling you, half these vehicles didn't sell for shit because I'd never seen some of these in my whole life.
I've never seen this. $17 for this? I would have never paid for this.
This
Honestly,
ended up on the clearance rack.
Dad said it came from a toy. Well, I saw that, Dad. What are you talking about? We were around when this came out. Um, you know what though? I'll say this: it looks like had they did. This looks like a prototype for Jason the Real Warriors. Honestly.
Yo,
Like,
Vince, I'll be right back. All right.
okay.
I'm late on. You know what?
Yeah. I'll be here. I got the reins. Um, am I wrong, Dad? That looks like something from Jason the Real Warriors, right? That would have been awesome. Like you just repaint that to be that white with the gold. That would totally work. So it looks like you got another steel jet. We can definitely look at the playsets. The Batcave Command Center. I remember this. We never got it though, but it was still pretty cool. This is back when they started doing the whole thing where you'd have like these three pieces that folded together so you could store it easier. Is there any other pictures or no? Let's see if I can zoom in. He's got his the bat suit location. You got the computer room, the garage for the Batmobile, the front of the Wayne Manor. I remember seeing this at Toys R Us. It's definitely predominantly on the shelves. Yeah, I know, Dad. I remember. I do remember that. It's weird when you're looking at a more serious Batman show than the 60s or the Super Friends, where it was a little more goofy. Now, I don't remember this at all. This Rock'em Sock'em Power Punch Batman, Cape Crusader versus the Penguin. I would, I don't know. Would you guys want this as a kid? I would have never wanted this. I want action figures. Um, I don't know. I guess it was a KB Toy exclusive. That's probably why I never saw it. Hmm. Interesting. New Adventures of Batman's, yes. So, and that's where some of this may be at, right, Dad? So, hold on. We may need to do another episode on that side of it. Let's see. So, let me zoom out a little bit. Yeah, because see, there's the Adventures of Batman and Robin from 95 to 97. This is where we started getting some of the better figures, too. Series 1. A lot of reissues. We got another Joker. Ra's al Ghul. There we go. David Warner himself. Hello, detective. Let's see, actually, how many figures are in that line? So 2 waves, 1 vehicle. All right, so I guess we'll go into this because it's not too many on this. So, yeah. Um. So we've already looked at Bane because they reissued him. We have the Hoverjet Batman. Gladiatorial Games Batman. It's got some flashy purple and black there. Paraglide Batman. You can definitely tell they're starting to reuse assets to make some of these things. Yeah, because there's the yellow version of the rocket jet Batman. Not much to say about these guys, but I mean it's eh. Yeah, I forgot about that because it wasn't it the New Adventures of Batman Robin Dad or the other one that had the they started changing the color scheme for the characters and stuff. So like the Joker lost his orange. I don't really know what to say about that Joker. Harley, you bleached my clothes. I mean, overall, that's a great race figure. Ra's al Ghul. Or Raz. Yeah, the New Adventures were the darker color scheme. Yeah. I don't know what to say about Bumblebee Robin here. Whirling Battle Blades. That's about all we get. There we go. Yep, that's what I was looking for. Because I know they released her, but I didn't realize it wasn't until we got the Adventures of Batman and Robin that we got Harley Quinn. Very good figure. I remember we got this one. I ended up getting it for my best friend Jeff. I don't even know if he still has it or not. But yeah, it was really cool to get to see her done. I don't, which just sucks because they didn't do. I don't think they did a Batgirl. I just forgot she had that huge gun. It could have been molded smaller, and it still has a huge bang on it. Jeez. It was also where we got Bruce Timm's Robin and Batgirl and others. Yeah. See, they don't have all the figures because it just ends here with. Because then we got the Machine Gun Joker, which was this was a really good figure. Because I believe there was the Mask of the Phantasm stuff too. Because remember we had those figures. Yeah, this was a really good Joker. Repackaging of Mr. Freeze with ice stuff. Airstrike Robin. Some of these I just don't want to go over because it's just we're going to rehash stuff. I want to go over the stuff. There we go. Yep. But I thought they did a standard Batgirl, not this one. Still, really good figure. There's a lot of figures missing. Yeah, we're gonna have to start doing our own archive, Dad. Maybe I can work with Rob to get some good photos and stuff to start putting a site together. And a Robin animated box set. Oh, they only have pictures for it? Interesting. Rogues Gallery. Oh, I remember this. This was, I think, wasn't this a Toys R Us exclusive? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And there we go. There was the Mask of the Phantasm. Yep. Yep, the Phantasm. I think this was a Toys R Us exclusive. Makes me wish I hadn't gotten rid of all my old toys figures because that was a great place to start. Yeah, I know. Yeah, this would be awesome to have. Because he's had definitely different color schemes and stuff. Like, you got the black outfit for Catwoman, which is more reminiscent of Batman Returns. With Clayface, he's a little bit more muted colors, but he's got like a chrome or copper metallic look to him. The Joker looks great. Yeah, Toy Fair. Was this from Toy Fair, Dad? Because I know they were doing those exclusives at the time. Let's see. Kenner series, Batman series. I missed the Toy Fair magazine, Dad. I do. Night Sphere Batman. I don't know what to say on that one. All right, what else we got? Batman and Robin. Is that the? No, that's the movie. We'll get into that another time. Yeah, New Adventures. Here we go. Basic Series 10. Yeah, yeah, this the Creeper. We got Mad Hatter. Yep, Nightwing. That was the better Robin, unfortunately, which was the Tim Drake. They had also changed the style too of the art. Remember the way some of the characters looked and stuff, which luckily didn't translate over to the Justice League cartoon or Justice League Unlimited. But it was nice to be able to finally get a Bruce Wayne in actual suit. Did any of you guys have these figures back then? Like some of the stuff from the New Adventures of Batman? Yep, that was the better figure of the newer stuff. The Joker. And back then, it wasn't about the accessories. Sometimes it was just the figure themselves. Very solid figure. Man, I'm gonna start watching the animated series again. Never gets too old. Yep. This is a really good Robin too. Nightwing. Yeah, I don't want to go over rehashes, so let's see. The
All right, where we at?
Oh my god, it was a little loud. Sorry. We are looking at the last series for Batman animated series, the New Adventures. Um, the figures started actually getting a lot better with this. We did get a Catwoman at one point, not Catwoman, Batgirl and Harley.
We
Uh,
got the ashless chaps Harley version with vibrator.
Mr. J.
Put it between my cheeks, Mr. J.
Oh,
You gotta admit that
there's
ain't
Alfred.
something
Holy shit.
kinky. You gotta admit there's something kinky about Harley Quinn.
Being a psychiatrist that worked at Arkham that fell in love with a crazy man.
There's something kinky about her. She likes the rough stuff.
I know they released Outfit, I think, a different way, but I didn't know they did it this way. That's pretty cool. And that's the brave and the bold look for Batman. It's hard to, like, look and see. Luke, help me take this mask off. Let me look upon you with my own eyes. Anyway. Do, do, do. There's too many damn ads, man. Oh, look at that. Commissioner Gordon. And Batgirl in a standard outfit. That's awesome. Where was this at? How did we miss these, Dad? Like, I don't understand. Holy shit. Where were these released? They don't give enough... That's my problem, is they don't give enough detail for some of this information for what these are. That's a really good 4-pack right there. Aside from the silver Batman, I mean, Batgirl looks good, really good. Nightwing and Tim Drake Robin. Ooh, there you go. That's actually pretty cool. You got a Batman, Superman that can turn into Bruce. I mean Clark Kent, and then the Joker and Lex Luthor. We didn't. Some of those were KB. Man, it's freaking awesome. You learn something new you never seen before. I do remember this 2-pack, though. The World's Finest.
That's pretty cool. Can I see that again?
Which one? The World's Finest or the other one with the... Yeah, hold on. Hold on. I know which one you're talking about. Let me get to it. Scroll. Alright. We're going to go to...
It's pretty cool.
Multi-packs. Yeah, so this one, right? There. Some of there was certain store exclusives. You know what? Remember, Dad, that there was the some of these things you couldn't get unless you like went to WB or whatever, Warner Brothers Studios, or like went their site and stuff where you could order stuff like that. Yeah, that's a pretty good set, man. The superheroes and villains. I would totally have that.
I wonder how much it goes for on eBay.
Oh no, I have to look that up. That's a taking a mental note now. Somebody's racing. Alright, so multi-figure packs, mini packs, diecast figures, which are the mini ones, exclusives. Batman and Robin. Yeah, Dad, I think that's the better Batman and Robin, even though that's what sucks. That's Dick, even though the image shows Tim. Or at least he's too big to be Tim. God, I hate the ads on these sites, man. So annoying. So these are only at Walmart. Okay. What do you think about these, Ryan? Like the Superman, Batman?
I like them.
Yeah, no images on that one. I just don't remember these, man. We would have probably grabbed these because like these are pretty good, pretty decent figures. They don't got all the gimmicks. They're just like they have basic articulation, but they represent the characters very well. Hmm.
What do you think was the worst figure in the line?
Dude, a lot of those Batman figures, like all the accessory ones, but maybe if I were to look at it this way, like look at the figures that came out, as far as the ones that represent the characters from the show, I think Killer Croc was the worst. Honestly.
Dude, Hang Glide Robin,
Oh, that's pretty bad too. That's pretty bad.
useless.
So, let me see. I'll grab this for you so you can see this. It's New
Yeah,
Adventures.
crash into a skyscraper with that shit.
Well, okay. Keep in mind that like at certain points in time when we got hang gliding figures, they actually had cloth or like some kind of fabric or plastic that you could actually throw your figure and they would actually glide. You think of like the GI Joe hang glider would have been great, but all right, here, let me see. Just so that scrambles and you can see, here's the Harley Quinn. It is a really, really solid figure. Very, very solid figure.
Something solid right now.
The Spider-Head figure was in that. Yeah, see that I don't. They don't have. I don't know. I don't know if they update their site as often as they should.
Very nice. Wow, it was.
Mm-hmm. And then so like in that second line and that second figure is like this is a really good Joker too. Try to zoom that out a little bit so you can get to see it better. Because Todd McFarlane's already remade this figure, so
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's just one of those things. I wonder.
I actually think the Mortal Kombat Joker, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the figure they made for the Mortal Kombat line? If you look up the Mortal Kombat Joker with the blood stain.
Talking about the Mortal Kombat one or the what's the one? It's gonna be. Let me find it.
You just look up Mortal Kombat Bloodstained Joker. He's the one I put next to my 89 Batman, just for the fuck of it.
Give me a second. MK Joker. And figure.
Probably just find that on eBay easier.
I found it on the McFarlane site, so hold on, we'll pop it over. Let's go, Mario. Mario. Yeah, this one.
Still can't see it because the lag, the delay. Yeah, with the blood stain.
Yeah, on his shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like this Batman. I really like this Joker next to my 89 Batman.
It's good. It's really good.
It's close enough to Nicholson
Well, it's
without having like the Nicholson correct face. It's close enough as a good Joker.
talk about a missed opportunity, right? So we got the Batman from the Flash movie, right? Which is Michael Keaton. You get the one with him with the cowl on, or one with it off. But like we haven't gotten him doing a '89 Batman line yet.
Yeah,
Other than like, because even the Batmobile we got is the one from
but
the
like
Flash movie.
I'm perfectly happy with this one next to my '89 Batman. Like it's good enough for me.
Well, but
I'm good.
if they came out with a Nicholson version,
Oh yeah, of course. Because I first of all, I'm scared as fuck that Nicholson is like 86 or something. It's any day he's gonna be gone because like he's a heavier guy. Like I'm gonna cry, dude.
oh
I'm gonna
yeah, I know.
cry when Nicholson goes because I think he's one of the best actors that's ever lived, and he's like one of the last OGs. You know what's sad? It's like Pacino and Nicholson and like
De Niro.
Nero too.
Mm-hmm.
Is in his 80s. All these guys are gonna be gone in like what seems like a year or two. Like, a matter of a few years. And it's like it's gonna be a bummer, man. Because I feel like those guys, I don't know. I'm gonna sound like an old man on a rocking chair, but I just feel like, look, I love like the DiCaprios and the Goslings and I appreciate the new age of great actors, but there's something about those guys like Hoffman, Nicholson, De Niro, Pacino. I don't think we got quite the same um filmographies from this new, like DiCaprio is pretty close. He's got a really good filmography.
Mm-hmm.
Um who else would you put up there?
Well, when Arnold goes, I'll be pretty
Oh, yeah, Arnold's another one.
devastated.
And Stallone, but
Yeah.
Stallone, we're a little tainted on Stallone right now. We're a little sour on.
Yeah, we'll leave that alone. But
About
what's up,
why.
Showed? Dude, I didn't realize that this is back on stock, man. For the
Why don't you
Nightfall.
get it? I have that.
I will. I'll get it. I can't get it right now, but I will get it. I will order it. It'll happen. So I can put Bane breaking Batman's back.
I haven't opened mine. I left it in the box. It looks so good. Like, dude, I can't look at the back of that box. How can you get rid of that box? Look at that art.
I know it looks so good.
This is like when we have to get the fucking annoying thing where we do the one to keep box, one to open. This is when we got to do that shit. Make that exception.
Well, you can technically keep it in a way. You just put the box behind the figure if you have the space.
Yeah, but I don't want to fuck up the box. Dude, I don't know why you don't like this go up.
Which one?
I really like that Doomsday.
Oh, I like it. I just it's because this is the kryptonite version of him where he's got the kryptonite versus the cartilage. And I think the other part of it I don't like is he looks like a predator. He's got the dreads. His face kind of looks like it's a predator. So it's not like traditional Doomsday, and that's what I want. I want McFarlane to make it.
I know, but they only put that out in that 2-pack, and it's like $150 now, like over price cap.
I mean, this is still good. Don't get me wrong, it's still good. And actually, I'd like to have Doomsday when he first shows up in that green outfit he wears with the goggles and stuff. Like before he gets beat up.
Why does Floyd say "damn, Ryan"?
Oh, because we're talking about all these old actors that are going to pass away. We've been talking about it, and it's like you just think about the
Well,
stuff, and it's
Floyd, I got to give it to your generation of actors. They're better.
mm-hmm.
They're better.
You're right, Dad. That's why I don't like him. It's because he's one ugly mother. That's hilarious. Talking about Predator.
I just don't think you're going to top those guys' careers. Nicholson, De Niro, Pacino, Hoffman, even Newman. I don't think you're going to top those guys' careers. As good as the new guys can be, like your DiCaprios and whatever. Also, DiCaprio, I got mixed feelings of him as a person.
Well,
He's a womanizing private plane yacht fucking fuck as a person, and he wants to fucking be environmentally eco-friendly when
yeah, Cruz. Yeah, I mean we're all besides. I mean all the let's put all of his Scientology and things like that aside. He's still a really good actor, and I enjoy what Cruz does when he.
I love Cruz too.
Yeah.
Dude, I miss Cruz doing dramas. I miss like Rain Man. I miss like Jerry Maguire. That was my favorite era of Cruz. And yeah, I love all the Mission Impossibles. Obviously, I love Top Gun, Days of Thunder, every action movie's ever done. Last Samurai.
Oh, dude, Last Samurai, Vanilla Sky.
I liked him even in The Edge of Tomorrow.
Oh, yep.
What was the other sci-fi one he did that was underrated? There's Oblivion.
Oh, Oblivion. Yeah, that was good too. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cruz might have the strongest one. Cruz might have the strongest filmography up there with those guys, with the Hoffmans and the De Niro's and the Nicholsons.
Man, like, well, it sucks because like I love Gary Oldman, and he's retired from acting.
Or like Gene Hackman,
Gene
or
Hackman, who just like turned like 94 or something like that.
Yeah.
He's in his 90s, and man, like Hackman was so good.
Hell yeah.
See, So, welcome to my favorite site, guys. I peruse this site often to see things I can't afford or I can't afford.
Did they got the Batman Forever? Batman.
Oh, I was
They
just.
got the Kilmer.
Well,
They got the Kilmer.
Hold on.
I don't think they do. Dude, I already know that's when I bought too much. I crossed the line, Vince. I already had the 89 Batmobile, and I go out and I get the Batman Forever Batmobile because it was on sale on Amazon for 50 instead of 80. And I went and bought it. And now I got to get the motherfucking Kilmer Batman.
I want the Alfred because it's the same actor to at least go with my Batman. So I gotta at least buy this version of the Batmobile, even though I hate.
But like, I don't need this. I don't even love Batman Forever.
I don't either. I mean, like, you got Jim Carrey Riddler here, which I hated that version of the Riddler. I love Jim Carrey, but I hated that Riddler.
And I don't know why they went with like glowing green when it should be blue. I don't know why that either.
Well, that's what the this was kind of bluish. Well, let me see. Does it do?
Somebody was saying that's what the poster was with the green. I've never seen it.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
No, but I don't care that I got the one that doesn't glow. You know what? Because my 89 Batman doesn't glow. Like, let me have them both not glowing.
Oh, yeah. I don't mind it. I know what you mean.
I don't like having to put batteries and shit anyway. The one exception was that awesome Skeletor throne that like you keep pressing it and it changes colors?
Dude, I love that. And okay, this is the thing that kicks me that we both missed out on. I wanted this one. That's the every Batman film version in a collection. So I mean, you got like Keaton, you got Clooney, Kilmer, you got come on, Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, and then Robert Patterson in one collection.
Yeah.
I just
For how much was it?
it was $100 when it first did it, and I was like, I remember trying to get it on Amazon, and it comes with the light up bat signal that you can put in the different bat signal designs from each movie into it.
Yeah, and why wouldn't he make enough of those?
I don't know, man.
He loves to do that. Stop doing that, Todd. Stop like picking what's going to clearly be the best seller of the year and you don't make enough of them. You fuck.
We're gonna have a hate mod go after.
Yeah, I just called Todd a fuck on our podcast. I don't give a shit.
Look, man, we love you, but Jesus Christ, you got to let us have our shit.
It's out of love for Todd McFarlane, but you can't do this for your bestseller and not make enough. What the fuck, dude? Stop dicking us.
Because I mean, if you get this right, you get this set, then all you need to do is get the '60s Batman Adam West figure, and you'll have just about every Batman that's been on screen.
I don't need to have Clooney Batman tainting my shelf.
Yeah, I would have been okay with Val Kilmer coming back to play, or him. I get them mixed up. I don't remember. Yeah, it was.
Did he give us Alicia Silverstone, Batgirl?
Yes, he did.
So I can sniff her crotch.
I don't know about that. That's up to you.
How about the Batman statue of like the cowl? That looked pretty cool. That right there. Oh, not the forever one, the '89 one.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get to it. What you're talking about?
I'd like to have that for display.
Oh, that's on the front. Hold on. Yeah, let me go back. That's up here.
Man, I'd like to have that, but what is it, 100 something?
Oh yeah, hold on. Here, hold on. DC.
Still have the money for this shit, man.
Yeah, this is the Nolan cow. I mean, 150's not bad. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, I don't know what the size is. I mean, if it's actually legitimately to scale, yeah, I could. That's it's 1-to-1. That's freaking awesome. Tommy Lee Jones and Lonesome Dove, though, yeah, that's pretty badass, man. I can't afford it, but I would totally do that. That would be cool. I mean, even this, the Hush mask. (2002) First appearance of Batman. You got the Batman Begins.
Where is '89 Batman?
Let me see. So Batman Begins, first appearance, Hush, Dark Knight, classic '60s Batman. You got the Nightfall. Here we go, '89 Cal. But this is small. But still, even just having that would be cool. $20, man, it's not bad. Shakes fist at sky. I'll send you the link, Ryan. It's not bad, man. $20.
I don't want no 1/3 scale. It's a little teeny tiny one.
Oh, here you go. There you go. This is the one you want then.
What's that? A statue for ants?
Maybe a kid. There's the '89 Cal, 1-to-1 scale, 150.
Yeah, that's the one right there. That's what's up.
Hell yeah, dude. That's badass. You know, it's hard being a collector in life.
I think the best Gene Hackman movie is French Connection. You like French Connection?
It's good. It's really good. It's funny
Well,
because like one of the ones that my dad introduced me to, which was Loose Cannons with him and Dan Aykroyd.
it's a good one. Floyd, what you think of French Connection? What's up with the Planet Robobot Kirby taking like main stage here? That's so
It's
random. The 3DS game? I have that game.
it's just a
Why
statue.
is that like
It's a reissue.
why is that coming out like 2 years after like the 3DS's history?
Well, because some companies just do that. They'll start releasing things. It takes probably a long time for them to get the rights. Do it, and then they'll release it.
$54.
And it is.
That is okay, let me just say this is off topic, but Planet Robobot or whatever, this Kirby game on the 3DS is the best, most impressive 3D that console does. And I'm somebody that has ridiculous amounts of 3DSs. Okay, I have three 3DSs, the XLs, because I'm a fucking nutcase, and I kept getting them whenever they were local and cheap by me. But I've looked at all the 3D games that I own on the 3DS. This one, I don't know if anybody else in chat has played this game. It is phenomenal 3D in this game.
I can't wait to get these in the mail. I can't wait. My Bumblebee and Cliff Jumper are on the way. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna box.
You didn't get the Deadpool Wolverine?
No, I missed. I canceled the order. I'm gonna reorder.
So now you're gonna reorder all the shit yours.
No,
Also
no,
not.
no, no. I'll get it later. I'll find it. No, I still have most of my stuff.
You cancel the Secret Wars.
Yes, I did cancel the Secret War figures, even though I want that damn Spider-Man. Mumra.
See, I don't care. I thought that the Wolverine and the Captain America Secret Wars were cooler than the just that Black Spider-Man and the Iron Man one. John Voight.
What's up? Where? What?
Yeah, don't get me started on John Voight. On John Voight these days showed.
Oh my gosh.
He's fucking off the deep end. Bullshit.
There you go, Ryan.
Molly Crew figures.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, there's a Catwoman statue that's up right now, but yeah, I can go back to the Motley Crue.
He got looks to kill the banner. Wow, it was a very erotic physique, yes.
Just not for $664. I can't do it. And
She's a very voluptuous breast, yes.
but I would get that for my sister, not for myself.
You get that too.
My sister's a big Catwoman fan. Holy shit, that is a badass Punisher.
Dude, I have like a weird story. So John Voight and Hoffman, Floyd, you'll get a kick out of this. Just to show you how fucked in the head I was as like a moviegoer as a kid, like the crazy shit I was watching that I shouldn't have been watching. Dude, like I was probably 12 years old, and I'm like watching like Taxi Driver and Midnight Cowboy and fucking Clockwork Orange and all these fucking movies that I should not be watching at 12. That's probably why I'm such a fucking nut. But I swear by, I bet Floyd will back me on this. Midnight Cowboy is one of the best movies ever.
That is a fucking badass Frank Castle statue. I cannot afford that. But Jesus, that was awesome. So how
How does
does Catwoman go to the bathroom in a hurry? I don't know, Dad.
that butt flap?
Maybe she has
Butt flap.
liquid absorbing spandex.
That's
Holy
disgusting.
holy shit, that is a badass Storm Shadow. Food okay?
What is like these little Ben Cooper kids things? What is that shit?
I got mixed up in GI Joe. Sorry, hold on. You talking about the Batman stuff here?
No, it said like Ben Cooper figures. Like it's got like little kids wearing the masks.
Oh, that NECA's doing that lately. I don't know. They're creepy. That's all I know.
That is creepy. Who is the target market for these?
70s nostalgia. Maybe my dad.
Boy, did these do anything for you?
I don't know, but he
Odd. Oh, really odd.
Storm Shadow. We got Juggernaut.
They give us an announcement on the Stranger Things season
It's
premiere day.
it's sometime this year. That's all I know.
Probably summer, huh?
Yeah, I think so. I forgot her name. Wendy something, who did the Clockwork Orange OST, is amazing. Oh, the original, the composer for it. I don't remember. Here you go.
Bow, 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 bow.
I just don't know. I don't know if I would want Motley Crue
I don't either.
figures.
That's unnecessary.
Food okay.
Shout at the devil. Shout at the devil.
Those are cool. I would love to get these hats. I would totally rock this. Is it, what size
What
is this?
hat?
It's coming up. It's a Mario and Luigi bucket hat, cloth bucket hat. Yeah, Midnight Cowboy, The Graduate, Marathon Man, Taxi Driver.
Yeah, so good.
You see the hat now?
Yeah.
It's not bad, man, for
What
like
I love,
18 bucks.
Floyd. What I love about that 70s era is New York City was gritty and seedy as fuck.
Why, there was a lot of serial killing going on then.
Like you look at like Taxi Driver, what New York City looked like. You look at like across 110th Street. You look at all those movies around that time. It's just like prostitutes on the street.
Oh, Roy Scheider? Yeah.
Everything's adult film and liquor stores. Pimps walking around. The way the cabs looked back then.
Mm-hmm. Dude, it was a total different time, man. And it's crazy how fast it changed, though.
Mean Streets. That was a good one too to show that era in New York. The movie King in New York with Walken. You ever see that with Christopher Walken?
Yeah, I think so. It's been a while. Just get some random figures, man, and statues, and it's like you just scroll until you find something cool.
Yeah, Showed knows all the classics.
Yep, yep.
What was
Showed
the
is definitely another film buff like we are, and he's always
dude?
willing to listen to anything we recommend. So,
There's a Dustin Hoffman movie that's so fucking underrated from around that time too. It's called Straight Time, and he's like a convict that gets released out of jail, and he robs a jewelry store with what's the dude with the fucking big horse teeth? Vince, help me out.
uh,
Lethal Weapon.
hold on.
Horse teeth from Lethal Weapon.
One? You talking about
Yeah.
Gary Busey?
Yeah. So the movie Straight, you gotta watch the movie Straight Time with Dustin Hoffman. He's like robbing jewelry stores with Gary Busey. It sounds really like basic, like right as I'm describing it to you, but it's not. It's really good. Um, there's a movie, Floyd or Showed. You guys ever heard of the movie called Killing of a Chinese Bookie? It's got Ben Gazzara in it. Remember Ben Gazzara? Vince, he was the villain in Roadhouse.
Yeah, I remember. You know, I know of that movie, but I've never watched it. Not Roadhouse, but the other one, the Killer.
Killing of a Chinese
He's not.
Bookie. It's
Yeah,
really good. It's gritty as shit. But that one's in California. They shot it.
man, I want that Storm Shadow statue. That's not cool. I can't afford that right now.
They were really going for it in the 70s with the character based dramas.
Oh yeah, they were.
The slice of life, gritty stuff. To this day, they've never really gone back to that era. I wish they would. You get glimpses here and there with independent movies.
Mm-hmm.
That you get a little bit of that once in a while. But like, no, it was like the John Cassavetes movies too of the 70s. They were really going for something then where they weren't concerned at all with like box office, and they were much more concerned with like artistic statements and vision and acting and just making art house films and shit, you know? Like they weren't concerned with like, you know, it's really polar opposite to the 80s, which, and I love the 80s so much, but you know, everything's
It
about
was
box office starting in the 80s, like, you
right.
know,
It was very
after Star
gritty,
Wars and
gritty, down to earth, kind of like hard hitting drama with the stuff back then in the 70s versus like the
The
80s was.
Gambler, dude, The Gambler with James Caan, really good from that era. Um, too many to name, man. Too many to name. But like, whenever you see a lot of those 70s dramas, you're just like, oof, this is just like,
It kind of makes you wonder because, you know, remember Stallone was supposed to be in Beverly Hills Cop, and he didn't like how it was comedic, and he wanted to
yeah.
change it and stuff. And you look at Cobra, and how it almost feels like it was trying to be one of those gritty 70s movies filmed in the 80s.
I think what was like if you want like a grittier Beverly Hills Cop, I think you get 48 hours.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah, and still even that, like Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy were perfect together. It is definitely not a movie that you could do today at all.
No, the racism in it. There's a lot of
Mm-mm.
racism in it.
No. Freebie and the Bean. Talk about a movie that I was probably too young to watch but loved.
Yeah, Steve McQueen in Bullet. Dude, Steve McQueen would just smack bitches in his movies. Like literally. He would just slap the female lead around. They just did that shit back then. There's a scene, you know what the scene in Bullet I'm talking about? Floyd? They like get out the car and he smacks her across the face a few times towards the end of that movie. And she's like crying. Is Steve McQueen gonna have to smack a bitch?
Yes, Showed said he watched the first season of Wanted Dead or Alive last year. Old school McQueen. So, that's another one. Like there's the movie what was it, Dead or Alive, Dad? The one with Rutger Hauer and fucking Gene Simmons, wasn't it? We talked about that a long time ago.
Why do I like I always laugh at the scene in Blade Runner where like Daryl Hannah's like android carcass is like bloody on the floor,
Mm-hmm.
and like Rutger like goes over and like makes out with her dead tongue. Just kind of fucking while like Harrison Ford's like standing there. It's a very fucking odd scene.
Well, and if you think about it though, they're
He loved her.
yeah, he did, and I think the love that he had for her was more than like what a human could do. But that was the whole thing too, is they were more human
Than human.
than human, or than like even Deckard, you know.
I've seen moonbeams, Vince. What's the fucking rest of the line?
Oh, I've seen oh, come on.
These-
I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. Crap, I can't even think. My dad can quote it.
These will be lost like tears in rain.
Yeah. All of these moments will be lost like tears in rain.
Time to die.
But the way he says it, like, time to die. You know, like he's gonna kill Harrison Ford.
Fucking Harrison Ford has that perplexed ass look on his face.
Yeah. It's like he just read the best poetry ever. Yeah, it was different time, Ryan. Randomly got the show at the thrift store, but it was a great pickup. Hell yeah, man! Like that's what's great is like being able. Yeah, it's Wanted Dead or Alive. I'm guessing that's based off of that show, but it's a freaking great movie. Yeah, Rutger Hauer, Gene Simmons.
Plus the set, something that's very consistent with the 70s character-based dramas is they refuse to give you your typical bullshit Hollywood ending. So you'd have the character just, they leave you on a tangent. They leave you on like they wouldn't finish it. Like they would, you don't know what's going to happen to this character. Is he going to live? Is he going to die? Is he going to keep going in his criminal ways?
Mm-hmm.
He'll end up like dead on the floor, or you don't get usually any happy endings in like the 70s gritty like character dramas of that era. You were always just getting some bleak dystopian ending, or yeah, it was just a complete contrast to like your modern Hollywood that wants to like please everybody with the ending. They weren't worried about being abstract.
No.
With the meaning and the, you know, like they wanted to leave you asking questions.
It's like the birth of like certain types of art, you know. And like with film, they were trying to be expressionism. They were trying to be abstract. They were trying to figure out like their own existence, which is kind of what freaking Ridley Scott's doing right now, but that dude like is just going off the deep end and ruining everything he's touching lately, which sucks because he was a great director as far as it's like the filmography we enjoy. Because like Dad was talking about, he watched the new Gladiator, and like there's a moment that kind of just like breaks of what happened in the first one. Um, but he said overall he enjoyed the movie, but it's like wow, he's like, how can you not understand like the story flow or like what happened before as you're telling this new story? Yeah, he goes, yeah, okay, so I have seen things you people wouldn't believe. Attack ships off the shoulder of Orion. Shoulder of Orion. I've watched sea beams glitter in the dark near the Tabat. I can't even say that. Gates. All those moments will be lost in time like tears in rain. It was the fact that in Roy's the last memory he cherished all his life. Oh yeah, yeah. They were trying to live their life to the fullest, especially at the moment of like their extinction. Man, there's a couple other movies that like I got a list here. Oh,
It's up there with "Come for Me, Gamorka, I'm Atreyu." It's up there.
oh yeah.
It's hard for me to top "Come for Me, Gamorka, I Am Atreyu."
Well, let's see. Remember when I told I? Oh, I'm sorry. Remember when I promised to kill you last, Sully? That's right. Make sure you did. I lied. Read it again, son. Tannhauser Gate. I know it's okay, Dad. It's fine. It's me running on like 6 hours of sleep and trying to remember it in my head as well. Blade Runner. Oh yeah, Dad. So I'm showing this in a video, but I figured I'd show you guys too here. So Tib sent me this. The great Tiburone, our buddy.
Send you the Masters of the Universe
Dude,
poster.
I wish I could get that. I told him I wanted that poster, but it's a mini poster too. But no, here we go. Here we go. Let me see how I can do this right.
Oh yeah.
There you go,
Dude,
Dad.
I still haven't seen that. Is that movie good?
Dude, it's fucking great, man. It's got great one-liners and
Isn't that gonna be like a so bad it's good movie though? Is that a so bad it's good?
no, because it's got a good premise. Like what's going on in the movie is pretty good. But it doesn't take itself too seriously. Like
I come in peace. That's what she said.
Well, they renamed the movie A Dark Angel, but originally it was called I Come in Peace, and then it was because it was a it was a catchphrase that the alien says.
They should have stuck with Dark Angel because I Come in Pieces is a dog shit title.
Well, it's because like I said, it's because the in the movie the alien says it like multiple times. Like, I come in peace. That's how he talks.
No, right. I get that, but
it's just so. I guess it's because like I
you can't title a movie a fucking catchphrase.
Right, yeah. It'd be like naming Home Alone.
It'd be like calling Jerry Maguire "Show Me the Money." You guys gonna see "Show Me the Money" tonight?
The Money Shot. Oh man.
Naming Home Alone.
Like hey Buzz, I'm eating rubbish and watching. Or yeah, what were you saying? What would you name it?
You naming Home Alone, you little jerk.
You little jerk, yeah.
You guys seeing You Little Jerk tonight?
That's definitely a Christmas movie name. Well, remember that wasn't Home Alone wasn't the original title. Remember we watched that documentary and they talked about it, but I don't remember what it was. The Kwan. No, it was good for its time. It was shot around here where we lived. Yes, yeah, it was shot downtown. It's a good movie. Um, got a good premise. It's just as good. Well, I think actually, I take that back. So if you were to take like the movie Split Second, Split Second is above I Come in Peace, but they feel like they were made almost by the same studio, or they have like some connective tissues a little bit. But both are great to watch. Definitely, like my dad said, movies of their time.
Jode, help me help you.
Yeah.
These fish, I love fucking, these fish are coming with me. These fish have manners. You love that shit. And he's bagging them up one by one.
God, I haven't seen that movie in so long. Oh, showed. You need to watch this. Let me find it. Where did I put it at? It's over here. So I picked this movie up because it was on. Well, the movie you can watch on Amazon. Really good horror comedy that subverts your expectations. And but it was so good I had to get the Blu-ray for it, and it's this here. You got to check this out. Here for Blood. It is awesome. Basic premise is that a wrestler gets asked to go baby. He's an amateur wrestler. Got to correct that. So he gets asked by his girlfriend to go babysit this girl, and a cult is trying to kidnap the girl, and shenanigans ensue, and it's great. It's over the top, but it's great. What you got, Ryan? Where do we want to take this conversation, or do we want to end it?
I wanted to come up with more Jerry Maguire quotes.
Oh, you want more Jerry Maguire quotes?
You had me at hello. I love me some Renee Zellweger in that. I'd get down with some Renee Zellweger in that movie.
Oh man, like yeah, like she was very super attractive. Oh my gosh.
You know the human head weighs 8 pounds. Do you know do you know bees can smell fear? They ain't making no Jerry Maguires these days. These days, dude. We need it.
No, we're
We
not
need
gonna.
movies
We're not
of
even gonna.
that
Get, we're not even gonna get. We're not even gonna get a Tropic Thunder, man.
No.
I would love it like a Tropic Thunder 2, like they go make a movie, but it's like instead of them going, into the fields of combat, they go to space. They think it's fake, and it's like an alien invasion thing kind of thing.
You know what I mean though? Like movies that, like, we were from an era where even like a drama romantic comedy was making a statement. Like that doesn't even happen anymore, you know? Now we'll have like a drama romantic comedy, like flavor of the week, forgettable bullshit ass movie come on like Netflix or Prime, and you won't remember that you even saw it fucking 6 months later because it sucked dick and it wasn't fucking good. But we're still quoting motherfucking Jerry Maguire because it's a fucking classic movie and it had like 100 fucking funny quotes in it and epic scenes like fucking these fish have manners. I love when he's yelling. He's yelling, "Show me the money!" And he's like, "I want you to say it, Jerry. I want you to say, I love the black man. I love the black man." And everybody in the office is looking at him like, "What the fuck?"
Man, I need to watch that again.
So good.
Sorcerer was another one of my favorites. Let's see. I mean, there are good movies. Don't get me wrong.
No, they
Uh,
are, but what I'm saying is they're forgettable, Vince. Like you'll see them. What is it about movies today that they're just okay? Just okay is not good enough. We weren't raised on just okay. We were raised on great. We were raised on epic
because
movie.
everything became risk averse. They don't want to spend the money on something that could be viable. That
Yeah,
they.
and risks are what make good art.
Mm-hmm. Um.
We're not going to remember some bullshit we seen on streaming in 10 fucking years. I mean, maybe I'll remember Stranger Things. Stranger Things, so good. I love it. Some people even have the nerve to say that's not good. No, I love Stranger Things. I'll remember like Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
It's really great. Like
For me,
some of the
Karate Kid, or Cobra Kai, I enjoy that show. I'll remember it because I enjoyed it. Um,
I like the first two seasons. We won't
no,
get into that.
well, no,
I
but
do
I'm
like the
I'm just
first
saying,
two
like,
seasons.
but remember, there's also things that resonate with other people that may be more impactful. But
Yeah.
in that same token, it's still a good show. But
I think they Disney channeled it. I like.
oh
I feel
yes,
like
they did.
the first two seasons they didn't Disney channel it,
That
and
was
I like
because it
that.
was still on YouTube and YouTube Red, not Netflix.
Yeah, that's
Um,
what I like. Um,
but
but no, it's not that there's no good movies. It's that when we get shit, it's few and far between. We used to get, dude. When you look at the releases in the '80s and '90s,
mhm.
it's just back to back to back to back, fucking classics out the ass every year, every month. We get movies now. We're like, yeah, like I like 3 movies this year. That sucks. You only like 3 movies, and then the rest you were just like, that was okay. I'll never watch that again. Like
Yeah, no,
shit like
if it
that.
doesn't have that rewatchability, it really does make it hard. Now, freaking Deadpool and Wolverine, I've watched that like 6 times. I love that movie. That movie is great. But that's different than other things. It's kind of definitely an outlier. Let me see. I'm looking at movies that came out in 2024, and I'm trying to think of what stood out. Because I know that, like, what we got. Well, I'm looking at movies from 2025 because I fat fingered the 4 into a 5.
That doesn't sound right, Vince. You fat
I
fingered what?
don't. Look, all right. Look, hold on. This is my small keyboard. This is my huge ass thumb. I fat finger a lot of times on this phone. That's why I typo so much. But anyway,
Is that the new Tom Green movie, Fat Fingered?
yeah, fat finger. Vince's phone got fat fingered. Um, let's see. What was good about this year? Haven't seen Nosferatu, can't say that. Haven't watched Borderlands, can't say that. Didn't watch Craven, can't see that. I know that Matt loves the Terrifier series. Rebel Ridge was fantastic. That's the one. That's a good one. Um, I've watched that one 3 times.
Well, Floyd, I was born in '84, and anytime I see that '84 list, I think it was like Ghostbusters, Karate Kid, but it was like just a bunch of like just all time classics. Um,
Okay, we'll do that. So let's look. Let's look at. I was born in '81, so top movies of 1981.
it's gonna be hard for you to beat me on '84, Vince. Like '84 is like insane.
Well, I got Howling on there, so there's some boobies. uh, Stripes is on there. Time Bandits, Escape from New York.
Vince, this is the list you got to beat for '84.
American Werewolf
Karate
in
Kid,
London.
Karate Kid, Ghostbusters, Nightmare on Elm Street, Terminator, Temple of Doom, Beverly Hills Cop, Gremlins, Never Ending Story,
All
Friday the
right.
13th, the final chapter, 16 Candles.
All right. So here we go. All right. I got you. I got you. All right. Top movies of 1981. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
There you go. You got one.
Evil
What
Dead.
else?
Evil Dead.
Okay.
Road Warrior.
Oh, that's really good.
Escape from New York.
Okay.
American Werewolf in London.
Nice.
The Fox and the Hound, the original animated one.
I don't know about that. It's pretty good.
It's just on the list. Let's see, Time Bandits, Stripes,
Stripes is classic.
Halloween 2,
Pretty good.
History of the World Part 1,
Don't know what that is.
Mel Brooks comedy. If you've never seen it, dude, you need to watch it. It's hilarious. Let's see, Clash of the Titans.
That was 81.
Yep. Here we go. This is a movie that was told to us by a friend. Quest for Fire, which I've never watched. I probably won't watch, but
Yeah.
that was the one that Spencer always talked about. It was his favorite movie. Let's see. Heavy Metal.
It's good.
Howling.
Animated tits and ass.
Yeah. Outland, which is fantastic. So, write this down. You need to look at and watch the movie called Outland. It's got Sean Connery in it. It's got Peter Boyle in it. And it takes place in the Alien universe. But it doesn't have anything to do with aliens. It's like about a cop that takes a job to be a sheriff on a mining colony, and he has to deal with investigating this drug that's killing the workers. Fantastic movie. You gotta watch it, Dad. If you want to type that in the chat, but Outland. Let's see. The Great Muppet Caper.
Pretty good.
I mean, I obviously there's a lot of. I mean, there's some really good ones here, but then there's stuff that like is not going to beat 84.
What's some bad stuff on that list or stuff that's not that good?
Oh, I freaking skipped over a bunch of shit. Let's see. Hold on. I've never seen Das Boot. I know about it. Let's see. Oh yeah, For Your Eyes Only. James Bond's on here, so that's a good one.
I'm surprised Evil Dead's that old. 81? Evil
Mhm.
Dead's 81?
81, the first one.
That's old as dirt.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for telling me I'm old as dirt. Chariots of Fire.
You got Road Warrior, dude. I think Road Warrior is probably the best Mad Max.
Let's see. Christine F. Thief. Possession. My Dinner with Andre. Oh, that's that one that's just about a whole conversation. I heard that one was pretty good. Reds. Arthur. The Professional. Southern Comfort.
Yeah, these ain't fucking with 84.
The Beyond. Victory. Diva. Traps. The Postman. Always Rings Twice.
That's a Nicholson.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm going to try to look at a different one. Top pick. So, like, you got Student Bodies, which is a horror comedy, which is funny. The Final Conflict, which is the part of the Omen series with Sam Neill. Deadly Blessings, Howling, The Funhouse. Wolfen.
Oh, Funhouse? Funhouse is amazing.
Yeah, The Funhouse.
Toby Hooper.
Yeah,
That's one. That's his best next to
Massacre.
Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah. Let me see. Wolfen, Bloody Birthday, My Bloody Valentine, Stripes, Time Bandits, Escape from New York, uh, Going All the Way, The Beyond, The Incredible Shrinking Woman, American Werewolf in London, Cracked, Friday the 13th Part 2, the first no, I mean, sorry, not live action, but the first animated Gundam film, Dragon Slayer, Eyes of a Stranger, Halloween 2, Evil Dead, The Waitress, Excalibur, History of the World, Endless Love, Happy Birthday to Me, Modern Problems with Chevy Chase, Sphinx, The Prowler, Nice Dreams with Cheech and Chong, Night Warning, Mad Max 2, Road Warrior, Grindle, Smokey Bites the Dust. Yeah, Nighthawks. Coming at you. Piranha 2. But if we didn't get Piranha 2, we'd have never got Terminator 2. The Pee Wee Herman Show. What? Really? That started around that time?
Oh,
Or was that his stand-up stuff?
that's probably. I think that was for HBO. He was doing that.
Yeah.
It was a little raunchier than the Pee Wee Herman show. Or, I mean, it was a little raunchier than Pee Wee's Playhouse, which was the kid show.
Yeah, because like 82, man, is really good. Like, man, like fucking The Thing, Blade Runner, E.T., Dark Crystal. Let's see, The Toy, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, 48 Hours,
Well, what year was Fast Times?
82. What's up, Vin? Yeah, Outland is actually in the Alien universe, but the designer was heavily influenced by the movie. Got a brand new dance called the Pee Wee Herman. So, Poltergeist, Conan the Barbarian, Cat People, Creepshow, Tron, Rambo First Blood, Zapped, Stuck on You, E.T., The Thing, Megaforce, Halloween 3, Swamp Thing, Airplane 2. Let's see, what is Blade Runner, Forbidden World. We've talked about that on a podcast. The Highest Honor, Brave Master, or I'm sorry, no, Beastmaster, not Brave Master. What the hell? Read, Vince. It's all right. The Sword and the Sorcerer. There you go. HAE problem on the top of the Inside Out 2, Deadpool, Wolverine, Moana 2, Despicable Me 4, Doom Part 2, Beetlejuice Twisters, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, Mufasa the Lion, and all the the Lion King, all sequels. Yeah, I feel like everything modern is franchise heavy. Yeah, that is true. That is very true. I mean, like, what's coming out like this next year? That's a good question. Movies of wait, say, let's change that. Movies coming in 2025. So we got Mortal Kombat 2, Captain America, Brave New World, Jurassic World Rebirth, Avatar 3, which would be great. Superman. 28 years later. Yes, I can't wait for that. Which just goes to the point of what I'm listening so far has been stuff that's going to be like sequels. The Minecraft movie, which I don't care about. Happy 4-4 Day, which is Fantastic Four, supposed to be this year. Secret Wars is this year. The Thunderbolts. A new Final Destination movie is coming out. Let's see. Predator Badlands. This is the one that's supposed to have, like, Arnold come back. Dutch. Tron Arise. Karate Kid Legends. Oh, Black Phone 2. That's coming. How to Train Your Dragon live action. Megan 2. The Monkey, which is based off The Monkey Shines. Stephen King. The live action of Lilo Stitch. Sinners. I don't care about the SpongeBob movie. Mickey 17 looks really good. If you guys haven't checked out that trailer, it looks pretty fun. Steamboat, which is supposed to be the Steamboat Willie horror movie. It's like they're doing another Smurfs movie, another Zootopia movie, which is whatever. A lot of boring shit, man. Try not to yawn in your faces, guys, so I apologize. Anyway. Fuck. So, is there anything you guys want us to talk about? Because we're just having this up in discussion or whatever. It takes place in the past, like Prey did. Oh, okay. But with Dutch, though? Or is he like he's supposed to be like an ancestor of Dutch or something? Ryan, you want to hold this down as I go run to the restroom?
Um,
Or you want to end it? We can end it if you want.
yeah, I think we're out of
Yeah, we're drawing straws here, guys. But there are 2 new Predator movies coming out next year. Okay.
movies these days are ass, okay?
There's some good anime movies coming out.
You know what? Hope for like a handful of good movies a year these days, and you will not be disappointed.
Liking
Just
the
get
movies in general is a topic, though. Thinking that, yeah. One is a secret film. Ah, okay.
Expect a lot less from your movies these days, and you'll be happy.
And on that note, so I guess what we'll do is so next, what do we want to do for episode 22? Do we want to continue on the train of talking about Transformers to get one step closer to finishing that off, or do you want to, at least for the G1 stuff, because then there's like Beast Wars and Robots in the Skies and then the animated Transformers. There's a lot. So what do you want to talk about? Oh, we're going to talk about Gargoyles, or we're going to talk about something else? Thundercats, maybe?
If we do Transformers, I'd like to do Beast Wars. Or no, are we on
We got 2 more episodes.
Pretenders? I want to do Pretenders.
Pretenders, I think, is next episode. Or would be next. Let me
Let's
go.
do Pretenders, then.
Let me go
I
look.
like
We can take them on this journey to go look and see.
Yeah, I like Pretenders. I want to do Pretenders.
Oh, pretend. I don't know why the Foo Fighters came into my head. All right, so Transformers G1. We are Series 4. This should be the start of the Pretenders. Yes. No, wait, hold on. Let me see. Next page. These are the headmasters. So we got the headmasters. I mean, we could get through 40 Transformers plus. No. Okay, so Series 5 is when they started bringing in the Pretenders. Let me see. So how many figures is that? Do you think we can do 108 Transformers in one episode? I think we could do that. We stay on point. Do we want to get back into Transformers just this soon?
What have we got? We did all of G1.
Well, no, we have all of G1 is 7 series of figures. I mean, like as far as we've only done up to 3. We'll be up at 4. We could do 4 and 5 next episode if we wanted, and then
Why can't we jump ahead to mix it up a little? Like we jump ahead to Pretenders or Beast Wars, like because it gets that we got to go through 7 of fucking G1. That's too much. We got to mix it up a little bit.
Okay. Well,
Look,
that's
it's
what I'm
like a
saying.
Tarantino.
Well,
it's like a Tarantino movie. We jump ahead, then we go back.
Well, and that's the thing is that we could get into Beast Wars to break up the monotony, right? So let's see, Beast Wars. There's 100 and so you got. Let me see. The basic series 17 figures, and then you got the Transmetals. So do we want to do the Beast Wars then? We can do that.
Yeah, and I want to when we're going back to G1 maybe again, and then after that I want to do Pretenders to mix it up, so we don't just have to do 7 of G1 in a row.
Yeah, no, that's why we were trying to break it up. So I'm like, we've already done 3 episodes, but they weren't all back to back. I mean, we could do something else. That's what I was saying. We could do Thundercats. I mean, Thundercats has
A lot of figures actually.
Thundercats. 52 figures. Because I think they were no, it was who released it? LJN? It was LJN. So 60 something figures. Well, let's do Thundercats, man. We can do that. And then we can go back to, if we want, yeah, we can jump to Series 5 at your request to get to the Pretenders after that.
Yeah.
Does that sound good to you guys? Do y'all all for that? Thunder. Gotta wait for everybody to respond. Pretenders. I think I'm having my eyes washed out that day. There's other Transformers to have besides those. I understand. Hey, when we get to Series 7, which is where we're going to have the Action Masters, the Transformers that don't transform. All right, anyway. Well, everyone, I'm yawning and I apologize. This was fun. Ryan, thank you for gracing me with your presence again to do this wonderful show and us talking about Batman animated series and the figures and everything. Anything you want to end off with?
Help me help you.
Sounds good to me. All right. Well, everyone, I will have a podcast tomorrow live with Retro Ryan and Zombie. as long as Zombie can make it. He did say he was traveling. He should be in time with the time frame that we're choosing. So I'll check with him tomorrow. But we will be talking about the original Xbox, our memories, the games, console, all that stuff. And then, yeah. So we hope to see you then. Everyone have a great night.
Also,
Oh, go ahead.
pop open, ice cold, orangina, and pour it over some ice.
Grab your Transformer, the Orange Gina. Crack open the head and take a drink.
Enjoy some orangina, the sponsor of our show tonight. Orangina.
We need to make an ad so I can put it on the Steam Deck. Just push that. This episode is brought to you by Orange Gina.
We'll get a cease and desist from orangina.
Right.
I mean, first of all, it's not how you pronounce it. Second of all, we want you to stop saying we're sponsoring your show. Cease and desist. We'll be like, listen, Orangina, you're not even in the fucking stores, all right?
Yeah, you
What
don't
the
exist here in the
fuck
United
is
States
wrong?
or in the virtual YouTubes. We're trying to give you free advertisements, right? So you can at least send us a case of this stuff so we can try it out. This episode is actually sponsored by Orange Gina. Okay, that's how you spell it. Orange China, okay. All right. Well, everyone, have a wonderful night. It is actually probably morning where some people are. We hope you enjoyed the episode. We will catch you next week with the Thundercats. Peace out, everyone.